Hello everyone, welcome to the story finale of Kingdom Hearts 2 today. So, there's that big door, but I won't do it right now. We're gonna go fight Sephiroth first, because we can.
So what you're saying is we're gonna do one anime. So we're gonna go from one anime fight to another anime fight.
Exactly.
One with less reaction commands.
Yeah, which was probably the best fight in the original game because it didn't rely on reaction command.
The only reaction command is a defensive one.
No, see, it's the best fight in the original game because this fight requires pure skill.
Yeah. By the way, Jason, could you turn down your mic just a little bit? You're coming in a little loud.
I wouldn't say pure skill, because I remember as a kid I spammed the hell out of it using limit and elixirs.
By the way, just so you guys are updated on me, you notice my level's a lot higher because I went out of my way to level up all the forms except for Limit. I didn't have enough time to do that, but trust me, at the end of this game, Limit's gonna get a lot of leveling up. Let's just say that.
How do I sound now? Do I sound quieter?
A little better, yeah. Alright. So, anyway, for the Sephiroth fight, the one thing I recommend, this is the only time I will recommend having Retaliating Slash on, because it makes this fight a lot easier if you have that.
He's one of the few people who was actually knocked out with it, right?
It's really weird.
Well, knocked out, but it stops him.
Yeah, and I'm going to be using Decisive Pumpkin for this, because it's easily the best Keyblade I have right now, so...
Fun fact, I have never ever beaten Sephiroth in the Kingdom Hearts game.
Really? I think he's...
Well, I mean, it wasn't too different with you in Kingdom Hearts 1, right, Pat?
Kingdom Hearts 1 I never beat him on, but 2 I've beaten him quite a few times, because I think he's significantly easier in this game.
Well, you certainly have a lot more combat options, especially movement options.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we should kill you.
I'm pretty sure that's impossible, Brony Raiko, unless you find, like, fan-composed DBZ.
Yeah.
So that's a key.
Wait, what'd he say? Well,
They want the Japanese dub with Bruce Faulkner soundtrack.
Why would you want that? The Japanese soundtrack is so much better.
Nostalgia. Maybe.
The only way you will find that is to be a fan at it.
Alright, anyway.
Yeah.
Sephiroth starts the battle immediately with that, so you want to do triangle onto that. My recommendation, you basically only get in as one combo and then get ready to guard. If he sends you up into the air, get ready for Retaliating Slash right there. Pretty much, if he ever teleports, get ready to block, because if you can block that string, you'll get another free combo right afterwards. So the first part of this fight is mainly just baiting him out for guard breaks. Not till the next part where things get a little bit more tricky. Yep, give into the dark. Gonna send in a lot of orbs at ya. Oh, okay. Got him out of his...
Yeah, I really don't have much to say on this fight because I never beat Sephiroth.
Yeah.
I've gotten close a few times, but I could just, I could never actually do it.
Well, there's the Send Heartless Angel, just like Kingdom Hearts 1. If he gets that off, that's all your magic and health immediately gone. So don't let him do it.
Well, also, even with that, like, I swear he gives you more time to knock him out of it. The only downside is that he rises into the air, which means you need to usually rely on a double jump to get to him.
Now, also, because I forgot about this, so with the extra bosses, we now have a death counter for these. I'm going to tally for every individual boss. This counter will get reset and stuff like that.
Cool.
So,
we have 8 on Sephiroth?
So,
no, that's the 0.
That was a weird looking 0.
What is cloud?
So here's a question: how do y'all feel about Sephiroth as a boss in Kingdom Hearts?
I always enjoy him as the big super boss of the game, honestly, and I kind of wish we'd get him back in 3 for the super boss, because I kind of miss him.
My only real regret is that he's really the only major Final Fantasy super boss we ever get. Like, I would love to see another Final Fantasy super boss in 3.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see more Final Fantasy in general in 3.
Where is it?
Yeah, we haven't seen anything. We only recently saw...
We got another collection before we got another collection before we saw anything Final Fantasy related.
And plus, the only thing we are seeing with Radiant Garden is just the original characters.
Yeah. Well, actually, have we even seen Radiant Garden 3?
We saw Radiant Garden, and as far as Ian was in the background saying, "Hey,
Okay, yeah, that.
But yeah, we have yet to see it as a world. It's
As
more as
far
just a
as-
plot point.
As far as Final Fantasy Super Bosses that I want to see, my first immediate answer is Capcom because
Absolutely.
I think the only problem is I don't think he was designed by Nomura.
Yeah.
That's the only problem. Like, I'm sure if he had been, he would have been in these games much. And that's what Nomura keeps with, because the big thing with Japanese characters and copyright is that people want to respect other people's creations. Well, it's not even so much copyright, but it's kind of a way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Well, then, as far as it will probably have to be for something recent like Final Fantasy 15.
Well, even then, all of those Nomura stuff.
By the way, speaking of that, I also watched Super iPad was 52-minute video of why he was disappointed with Final Fantasy 15.
I did see that as well. Just like in Kingdom Hearts 1, you can't limit your way.
That,
you can't.
you see, that's the limit form is kind of interestingly balanced in this fight because you can do a lot of damage to him, but as soon as he gets Heartless Angel out, you really can't do anything about that if you're in King.
Yeah, you were lucky you got that like one hit that healed you, but you missed that block.
Yeah, it's strange. He's actually probably the best designed boss around Limit Form, despite the fact he was designed before Limit Form was a thing.
By the way,
Kind of reminds me, I remember when Josh was doing his playthrough way back when, like, he was like disappointed he had to use Limit Form in it, and I'm just like, dude, it's part of the game.
Yeah.
Just because it wasn't in the base game and base Sephiroth doesn't mean you're less valid for using it. It's a gameplay mechanic. Now, if you used like glitch or something like that, then that'd be a different
Yeah.
issue. Like, if it's in the game and intended to be in the game, then use what you use.
Especially
By the way,
since,
Zephyr, I have a question. Yeah, how's it feel that you got beat up by a kid twice?
One of which may or may not be canon.
yeah. Come on, Sephiroth.
You got beat in a dream match. How's that feel?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not so bad. And then he beat you again in real life.
Ah.
Okay.
Why did I just use Meteor?
Well, he's using fire beams right now, so.
Fine, but that's not Meteor.
Yeah.
Why can't I just summon a giant? Why can't I just summon a giant rock from the sky?
Because then all worlds will be gone.
Wait, Patrick, not done yet. Have someone catch it and go, ah, this is interesting. I don't know, I'll summon another giant rock on top of that giant rock.
Imagine if Sephiroth had his supernova attack, and it was just the cutscene that plays out was just one random world for the game.
Yeah.
Like, just in place of Saturn, it's just one Disney World or
No,
whatever.
no,
that
you
it
know.
doesn't even have to be canon or make sense, but it's just for the sake
You
of
know
it.
that one planet that they blow up in episode 4? Just another Star Wars parallel.
Yeah.
No!
That what you?
Oh, I wasn't fast enough.
I kind of hate that his fire pillar, it drags you in this game.
Yeah.
But then
They
again,
probably realized because everybody spammed Strike Raid on him at that point.
and also again, you have better mobility options in this game, so it's easier to evade it.
Yep, and that's why Retaliating Slash right there is amazing! Get back down out there, John. What's that?
Man, I really hope Upper Slash is a default ability in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, yeah, I hope.
I just want to be able to put people into the air whenever I want to.
Yeah.
Okay, so, actually, I have a question when it comes to super bosses. You said that you want to see more Final Fantasy super bosses?
At least one new one.
But, like,
Yeah.
what about instead just more Square Enix super bosses?
That's also fine. I would be perfectly fine seeing something from Shibuya show up.
Yeah.
that's enough.
You don't understand. That also includes Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider can show up.
Okay, that's
Well,
pushing it
no.
a bit
Again,
far.
what I'm kind of hoping for is that they can incorporate Chrono Trigger in some weird way, and
Yeah. Like, you get the, what is it, Digital Devil Saga scenario where you fight a boss from another, you fight a team from another RPG series.
Yeah.
You just fight Chrono, against Meryl and Lucas.
Frog or something like that.
They do something similar in the Tales of games. Because whenever you go to the Coliseum in the Tales of games, one of the super bosses is 2 or 3 main characters from the previous Tales of game to show up and be like, hey, let's fight.
Yeah, I remember they actually did that in Digimon World Dawn, where one of the super bosses that you fight, or rather in the tournaments, you just start fighting characters from the anime series. Like you fight a lot of the guys from the team after Frontier. Data Squad. You fight like all the protagonists from that in like 2 fights. It's really cool. They have all like the super forms of their Digimon. Because in that series, not only did everyone get a Mega form, they also got a special form on top of that. Because
power creep, man.
You gotta bring up the hype every time.
You know, I still think one of my favorite kind of implementations of that is back in Pokemon Generation 2 when you have to refight Red.
Red and Blue, both of them are great.
Yeah.
The fact that you get to fight your own old rival and then you fight yourself.
Yeah.
The only thing I wish is that you could actually implement like your
old team or stuff like that.
Your old team, that's
yeah. Like if they had done that for Black and White too, because you're already doing a bunch of data transfer stuff, that would be awesome. Like they don't. Could have kept Iris as the champion, but you have your super fight against the old protagonist, and they're using the sub version of the champion team.
Black and White 2 actually has my second favorite post-game content.
The World Tournament?
Yeah,
oh, it is. For me, it straight up is my favorite post-game content.
No, for me, it's Platinum.
Yeah,
Platinum post-game.
Honestly, I
Battle Frontier, but
the thing is, Battlefront, I still think it's behind Emeralds, in my opinion.
Emeralds. Well, even Emerald has some more interesting battle facilities.
Yeah.
I'm not that big of a fan of Gen 3 altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Gen 3 is probably like my least favorite generation.
You see, I'll disagree. That's probably tied for second along with Gen 2 for my favorite. It would honestly be a lot more, probably either Gen 6 or Gen 7 would be my...
I haven't put them all together. I know Gen 1 would be pretty low.
Gen 4 is my favorite, but that also because it gets into the nostalgic boost. Because that was a generation that I super got into Pokemon.
I started with 2, but I received the game at the same time my brother got his copy of Sapphire, so I grew up on those 2 more than any of the other ones.
Yeah, but Gen 7 is my second second favorite because of specifically Sun and Moon, not the
not Ultra, yeah.
Ultra versions.
Yeah, not the Ultra ones. Specifically, Sun and Moon are my second favorite Pokemon games because of all all the change up that they did to bring a breath of fresh air back.
For me, I guess just for me, ever since Gen 6, they've had a real bad problem with power creep for me, and that's just why, one of the big reasons why I can't get into the series much anymore, unfortunately.
Wait,
I definitely felt
what do you mean by power creep? Wait.
Like Mega Evolution, Z-moves, and stuff like that, I just felt like the balance has kind of been totally out of whack. I mean, I'm not much of a competitive player, but even then, I'm still like, okay, like there's some.
I do think it was weird how just about every new Pokemon that was introduced into Sun and Moon was slow as all hell.
Yeah.
Like it sucked because I did the thing where it's like, oh, I'm just yeah, well, sometimes you have some bad matchups. Like I wanted to use a Alolan Marowak, but anytime I wanted to use it, someone had a counter that would demolish it because it wasn't as tanky as its well, not as physically tanky as its natural counterpart. Plus, it was slow as all hell.
Well, I don't do the competitive team we're talking about.
This is base game we're talking about.
By the way, that's one thing I love abusing with this fight with Limit Form, because I don't like the mobility of Limit Form in this mode. If you do Limit and then immediately get out of it, then you can heal and get your magic back like instantly.
And no worries about Anti-Floor.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't have leveled the hell out of Final to put down that counter.
Also, Stefan, listen, don't stand. I can tell you how I play Pokemon. Hey, I need to be okay. So I need to be at level 30 for this gym. Also, let's go to level 45.
Oh, you're that kind of person. I respect the patience. Also, that sucks, Pat.
That was right there.
So every single Pokemon game is always forever easy. To the point where sometimes it goes, hey, hang on. It's like, hey, let's try to go, hey.
You know, I'm still on with stuff like Nuzlocke and that being such a big thing. I'm kind of surprised Game Freak has still yet to actually include different difficulty settings outside of the like one in black white.
And even then, that was just a slight level increase or decrease.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what you'd mostly expect. Like the only real changes without like being massive overhauls would be. Well, actually, I think best thing would be like maybe some added levels, but mostly just change up the move lists.
Yeah.
Because you find a gym leader and their team is just stacked with a lot of hard counter moves, or even just give them a full team. I remember that was a mod that I played for a Heart Gold Soul Silver. That every gym leader had a full team, and they were all somewhat competitively balanced.
Well, my idea, my perfect, in my case, it's perfect Pokemon game. Outside the fact that everybody wants to overall play my game, we can just go to level 2 1.
I feel like that would break the balance of the game even more if they were to go that route.
No, because like
that would require like
in my
programming
world,
teams per gym.
Yeah.
How many you've beaten.
You see, because in my head, how it will work is the fact that you can do any gym, but depending on how many gym badges you have, will also depend on how difficult the next gym is.
Yeah, that's what I was
going to
kind of
be.
mentioning.
But I mean, the thing is also.
What's Cloud doing?
I don't know, because especially with different types of gyms, it could get a little problematic.
Well, now with Gen 7, now with Gen 7, like, I wouldn't mind if the gyms come back in a different way. Like, gyms could be the new post-game thing.
Well, you see, for me, even I would say, look at, if you want to, for stuff on, like, removing gyms and stuff like that, I'd say just kind of look towards Coliseum or stuff like that, I think.
Yeah, look at the console games.
Yeah. Because, I don't know, I guess for me, I'm far more interested nowadays of doing something with the Pokemon world that isn't just...
Not everyone has to be a trainer going for the Pokemon.
Yeah, because that's why I liked Coliseum, was just kind of opening up the world of it a lot more.
Well, I remember, like, wasn't that like a game theory forever ago? It's like, no one could be monetarily stable as a Pokemon trainer unless you're like a champion or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that's just for, like... I guess that
like,
kind of goes for any kind of like digital profession or stuff like that, you know, of an esports.
Well, even like the big thing, yeah, it's like it's very few people pursue it professionally. Everyone's mostly just a casual Pokemon trainer.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Like hell, later on, a lot of gym leaders had outside jobs.
Yeah.
Like almost everyone you think of in Gen 5 was a gym leader on top of something else.
Yeah.
Oh, I run a school. I run a cafe. I run a dance studio. Like.
Yeah, I totally get that. Like having a Pokemon game that actually explores the world outside of being a Pokemon trainer.
That's another reason why I loved Coliseum, was kind of explore almost the underground of Pokemon and stuff like that. I kind of dug.
Just a different perspective that we hadn't seen a billion times before.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Gen 7, as far as Pokemon story, is my favorite story of Pokemon.
Definitely gives it a lot of focus over what other ones have had.
And then they F that up with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
That makes me so mad!
I'm kind of fine with trying to make Lusamine a bit more of a tragic villain, but...
But it just doesn't work, is the problem.
It's not as satisfying as what it came out to be.
This fight is definitely a lot harder on Critical.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of underground and similar things, Jason, have you seen episode 1 of part 5?
Hang on.
Get JoJo out of here.
Like, shut up, this is the wrong anime.
No, my
Talking about-
anime.
We're talking about Kingdom Hearts and mostly Pokemon at the moment.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Ugh, the camera got a little weird right there, but okay. Okay. Last phase.
Second. I got it.
Limit more, limit more.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Ars Arcanum also has the. Oh god. Get me out of here, please. Okay.
Let me out. I don't
I want out, I want out, I want out.
Give in to the dark.
Sephiroth, I want to be out of the corner.
Yep, I knew he.
That's enough.
Ah! Oh my god!
You are having a lot of close calls here.
Oh,
Okay, no, okay.
oh my god! How
Okay,
did
no,
I
that-
pull that off?
That
Yes!
was some bullshit, but I believe it.
Oh my god!
Oh, you finished it with Ragnarok. That's actually pretty awesome.
Patrick, how did you live through that?
That's what I want to know.
I admit
Shut up.
you're very
I
sad.
had a Pokemon.
But
I had a
apparently
Pokemon.
Cloud is
Oh,
the only one
about
who can eliminate
this may be
me.
a tragic villain. No, the whole thing about the
Tell
reason why
Cloud to
she's like my
come here.
absolute favorite villain in
Tell him
Pokemon because all the
Sephiroth is
other villains in
looking to
Pokemon
settle
were just
things.
like, I want to take over the world because of this, and this. And she just goes, no, I just want things to be beautiful.
She's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just say she's a terrible mother, and they don't back down for that. Even in like the small details hinting at how she was that she also like abused her kids. Like one of my favorite lines from Lily is when she was talking to her brother.
By the way, can somebody? Sorry to interrupt, but can somebody please clip that BS that happened at the end? Oh my god! Now that is the most ridiculous thing I think I've done in Kingdom Hearts in a long time.
It's just the fact that Lily asked her as a brother, why did you leave me alone with her? Hang on.
Is that what Gladian said? 'Cause I don't remember that from Sun and Moon.
Alright,
Why
anyway.
would you leave me with her? I'll be right back. What?
Fuck
Like,
you.
motherfucker, this is exactly what I was talking about.
You see, there's just one. Alright, anyway. Gotta go talk with Cloud. Have you seen Sephiroth? Maybe. Possibly. He's over
What is
by the
Cloud doing? No one asks how Cloud is doing.
Well, we all know he's just doing. Cloud's just doing up airs all
Also,
the time.
like, that area is actually just called Dark Depths. Every area actually has a name. What?
Yeah.
Like, did someone in every world, does like Jiminy just give every section a name?
Yeah.
Who's giving him that kind of power? Like, and if
Okay.
no one else knows it, do they just go like, what?
By the way, I did some more synth grinding off screen as well. Well, I'm missing one Orichalcum Plus, and I'm trying to figure out where the hell is it. In Final Mix, did they move one into the Cave of Remembrance by any chance?
I have no idea.
Okay, I'm back.
I'll bring it up. but
I'm
I
back
don't-
again. I was on the phone with my folks. But yeah, my favorite underlying theme of Gen 7 is child abuse.
Yeah. Alright,
That's
anyway.
a weird thing to say out of context.
Yeah.
It is a weird thing to say out of context,
but
but you play Gen 7,
anyway,
you know what I'm talking about.
Anyway, Jason, we got the Sephiroth and Cloud cutscene. Yeah.
Did you give him my message?
By the way, what
Also
are with
stepping in
Sephiroth?
Misty
What
Moon
is with
one.
Sephiroth's legs right now with the two wings on there? I don't get that.
Listen,
Cloud,
he likes to fly.
you'll never
But he's
let
got the
go
one
of
wing to do
darkness.
so already.
Shut up.
Also, is it just me or was this choreography? Like, is this choreography like right out of Advent Children?
Yeah, and I think the same thing is used in Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix as well.
Well, Advent Children was the Final Fantasy where we actually got to see how characters in the Final Fantasy will fight
Yeah,
outside of
true.
Outside of standing in a line and taking turns hitting each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what they do is they just stand in the air and hit each other. Somehow.
Like,
Defeating me is meaningless.
far be it from me to completely disregard turn-based combat, but it's certainly goofy when you're looking at scenarios.
How many
Yeah.
times I fall, your
Especially as
darkness
someone who
is
grew up on action platformers who likes to have a little bit more control than not at all in situations.
Stay back!
How can I want to help you.
Tifa, we'd all like the little help here.
You can't. He'll never let go of the darkness.
He doesn't have to. He just needs someone to surround him with light.
What was the death counter? 8 for
It was-
Sephiroth?
It was,
Darkness won't
9.
be there,
I have it
Sephiroth.
set.
But in a place you can't reach.
Sephiroth,
Is
why
that
do you have
right?
such a long sword?
Let's see what
Because
this light
Like, it wasn't even that
do.
long in our original game.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with that?
I like long swords and I cannot lie.
How the hell do you do Iota styles when that thing probably can't even get out
Ask
of the
Cloud
sheet
over there,
normally?
he can't deny.
But he is you.
I guess.
Cloud, you can have my light.
It's
The
like
light
cutscene as
doesn't suit
like
me.
as cool as the aerial combat with Cloud and Sephiroth is. I kind of just want to see Tifa fight more.
Stop.
He has his Advent Children design because they need to sell Advent Children.
Yeah,
Because
this
of-
fight is to be continued in Advent Children.
Where'd they go?
By the way, this just ends.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they made it back to their
It's
own
like we can't
world.
have this actually
Here.
end.
They went somewhere
Who's
else.
here?
There's
It's
no
Cloud
Yeah,
went
it's
to fight
Sophie.
a
She's
great battle.
you did.
Sophie!
Cloud went off to fight a great battle, aka he went to go to Smash Brothers at that point.
Guess I'll keep
He
But,
looking.
lost, he lost track of Sephiroth a la
Don't
Thor
worry.
Ragnarok and
Yeah.
ended up in
Light is-
Smash and was like, alright, I'll just hang out
Okay,
there.
okay.
But Stefan, to
I
answer
gotta go.
your question
Here.
earlier, yes, I did
This
watch
is for
episode
helping
1
me
of
out.
JoJo
But
Pipeline.
wait,
I just got
when
finished
did we
watching that
help?
with my friend before I came over to the pre-stream.
Dude, the start is so strong because what they added just adds so much more. Like, it's so simple, but it adds a lot.
Well, the two people that are watching with Brian, he read all of JoJo. Matter of fact, he read all of JoJo, I think, 5 or 6 times.
I haven't
Alex,
done that much. I don't have those hundreds of chapters, hundreds of chapters to go through on a daily basis.
Alex recently got to JoJo because of Brian, so he also went through part 5.
Alright, so, real quick, I'm trying to figure out, because I am missing one Orichalcum Plus right now before I can make Ultima Weapon. I'm trying to figure out where it is. Was it moved into Cave of Remembrance? in
Oh yeah,
Final-
shit, I was looking that up, but then we were getting hype.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm out here.
And hi, Sophie. By the way, I'm sorry if you guys noticed there was an audio thing before. I didn't set my audio delay back after I was recording PC stuff, but it should be fixed now.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. You have to obtain 55 different material types,
Uh-huh.
complete the Frontier puzzle, and there is one in Cavern of Remembrance. It's actually 2 of them in... No, wait, no, that's Manifest Illusion. I'm stupid.
I was about to say 2, but there's like 7. I know.
Okay, so you had the original ones from Kingdom Hearts 2, which was obtain 55 different material types, complete the Star Hill Torn Page, so complete 100 Acre Woods. You have to finish Atlantica and the Goddess of Fate cups.
I think I've completed the Cos Fate off screen. I think I did.
And we
Oh, we're
did,
going to play Ultimate Weapon?
yeah.
I mean, I'm just curious on where that last one is
There's
right
a
now.
chest at the Brink of Despair, which is like right before the castle. There's one in the Sunset Terrace in Twilight Town. There's one in the Central Computer Mesa in Tron.
Let me
But yeah, Goddess of Fate and New Day is Dawning are probably the 2 ones.
I got Goddess of Fate. So let me check. The
Did you?
only chest that Okay, so yeah, it's one in it's the Cave of Remembrance one. Now the real question is...
But the problem is that I was misreading that. That was talking about, like, manifest illusions or something like
Where
that.
the fuck where did it go?
Manifest your spirit.
Okay, because I've beaten Atlantica. I've beaten the Goddess of Fate Cup.
Shut up.
And there's no other
Okay.
stuff missed out on.
I will be right back.
'Cause
I
I-
have a Broly trailer to watch.
Oh, you go over that.
Well, that'll
Let
be
me
like
check
3 minutes.
puzzle pieces. Let me check. Okay, that one's done.
Which one's
That-
the Frontier? And even that, well, that's probably the wrong
Frontier-
one I was reading anyway.
Yeah, that's a manifest illusion.
Yeah.
Oh my god. These puzzles will
It's
never. These puzzles will never stop being amusing to me.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
voice
that-
chat for like the beginning.
Okay. Yeah. Where is the last one?
Yeah, check. You're only missing chests in the Cavern of Remembrance.
Yeah.
And it's just Orichalcum pluses, right?
Yeah. Let me check for ones I've gotten in a regular rating
Have you
garden.
did you get the material types?
I think I. Yeah. I'll go to a. There's a Moogle right here. I'll go check with it.
Yeah, because it says you need to collect 55 of, well, no, that's a normal Alcalcum. You need all the material types.
Okay. Lists.
Does that also include the ones from the mushrooms? I don't think so.
Oh, I think it might.
Because, yeah, you haven't got all of them yet.
Okay. I can get one of the mushrooms out of the.
Hype.
Okay, hold on. You know what? I am going to get one of the mushrooms done that I know I can do immediately out of the way, so we can get that done. Just because I want to.
Hey, mushroom hunting.
Oh no, because this one's going to be easy, because I am just going to put on Berserk combo, and we are going to go to Radiant Garden.
I know exactly which one you're going to do.
Yep, the Demix one, because it's the easiest one to perfect.
In boss fight, it has the easiest mushroom.
It's my
Demix
2
is
month
not that-
anniversary! Oh my goodness, Patrick, it's been too much!
What?
I just looked over
Oh,
my
I
Twitch
think-
chat. It's like, it's my 2 month anniversary and giving you money, Patrick!
Don't you mean give?
For 2 months, I didn't even know!
Don't you mean to give me money? I don't owe you anything.
Patrick, give me money!
No, you give me money. That's how it works.
Patrick, I expect the paycheck by helping you.
I get paid nothing, good sir. I don't know what
that
paycheck.
much-
Well, give me
How
a
much
Patrick, you
is
owe me
enough?
a fourth of that nothing.
All right, and there we go. That should be all of the mushroom materials right there.
So, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm knocking him about. I'm knocking him around.
Spinning right round.
I mean, Sora just kind of left off the ground and he never touched it.
Link all the cage games into one pack. Dear God.
Well, okay,
Remember
no.
you.
Well, they confirmed 1 to 2S only for some weird reason, and then 2, it's literally just them putting the 1.5 plus 2.5 and 2.8 discs together in one package. Like they're not even new. It's not like all on one disc or anything like that. No.
Yeah. No, that's like
That
what I
makes
got
sense.
with the PlayStation 3 version, which was the 2.5 and 1.5. It was just, here's the 2 discs in a single case.
I still need to get 2.8
It's
before
bundle
Kingdom Hearts
deal.
3 comes out. Go
I still
through
need to get a PlayStation 4.
and go through Dream Drop Distance.
But you got an Orichalcum.
I got regular Orichalcum, but not Orichalcum Plus. The
Exit
fuck?
out and go back in.
Yeah, hold on.
Because you have to trade in stuff to trade in other stuff.
The original Kyrie clone.
Which one are we talking about?
If Venus resembles Sora and Roxas resemble Ventus, and Shion represents Kyrie, what does Naminé represent?
Nothingness.
Donald.
We're talking about resemblance, not representation.
Okay, yeah. No, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna bother with Ultimate Weapon right now before we fight Xemnas, because I remembered also Caverns of Remembrance stuff counts for that too.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go fight Xemnas then.
Yay! Also, because I wasn't here for it, behold, I Xemnas make lightsabers out of nothingness.
It's a lot.
Wait, excuse me, what? What's he made out of again? Nothingness! How?
It's a lot less impressive when you've played Final Mix 1 before this.
It's just like, okay, Xemnas, explain. Well, you know, I take nothingness, and I take on that energy, and I turn it into a blade. Okay, let me get this right. You're making something out of nothing, yes, but there's nothing there, yes. I don't see the problem.
So Xemnas flows into Kingdom Hearts heaven to finally be with his god that he's always worshipped.
Yep. All right, here we go. Final boss time. Which is a lot less climactic in this version of the game, considering he ain't close to the hardest thing here now.
By the way, Patrick, just to say this real quick, Zigbot was my second ball of this game. He killed me. I remember counting 20 times before I beat him.
He's a little bit of a hard one in the original Cage too.
Get ready, Xemnas.
Definitely without the
Hey,
damage
no,
output.
I did it without using reflect.
Oh,
Guys
that
didn't even
explain
aim
it.
at the door,
Yeah.
you just shot in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Psyx was also hard. Gambling Guy,
So,
I found to
It
actually be
seems your
easy and also
hearts have
fun.
led you to obliteration.
Xemnas was the only fight in this whole thing where I just go,
Perhaps
alright,
it
that's
doesn't
too easy,
pay
come
to
on,
be
man.
Yeah.
loyal to
Well, no, I think no, not
I
Sultan.
will have to be sure and remember.
Xyx is also really easy.
First time
You're going
around,
for-
First time around, no. But once you know what to do, he does get predominantly easier.
Okay. By the way, I also put Save the King and Save the Queen Plus on Donald. So and Slicer.
So quick question, are we going to intentionally lose so we can show Mickey off at the Xemnas fight?
Wait, I just realized something. Mickey's supposed to show up in this fight, but he's trapped behind
Yeah,
the door.
he's trapped on the other side for some
Yeah,
reason.
no, shut up. He has magic, by recent experience.
Okay,
So he just
are you
teleports
prepared for the
away
most
and Kari's just like, Wiki Bridgego.
But yeah,
This is
another.
like-
So this is the most anime fight in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yes, yes it is.
He just cut through buildings with a blunt.
And I'm gonna do it again. And I'm gonna do it again.
It is
And I'm
magic.
gonna do it again.
How's he jumping across that?
The ultimate.
Funny.
But yeah, to talk about music, this is Fight to the Death. Another real track I really like. I like it a little bit more than the first part of the final boss track.
The
Well,
final
it's in
boss
3
track
parts,
is my
yeah.
favorite track in this game.
You see, I'll disagree for the first part. The second part, though, it's definitely one of my favorites.
The second part is probably my favorite track in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Patrick, you know how
Hey,
you
Kingdom Hearts
know how
2.
Oh,
when you
what?
when
Hold
you,
on. Urban Legend donated $10. Thank you.
Yeah, Patrick, that's $10 you're not gonna get. I would have that.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yeah, Patrick, you know
Shut
how
up.
you ooze when you heard the music reworks is for Port Royale?
Yeah.
That was me with the final boss. That was the first thing I cut on. Just go.
Well, you see, for me, I think my problem is the first part of I
It's a slow
forget.
build.
I forget what it is. No, it's that.
Darkness
the-
of the Unknown.
Well, the first part of the track is the one with the Sora and Riku ship part. That part I don't really like.
Yeah.
It's the final phase and this part I love.
Yeah, that's fair.
Everybody remembers the
That's-
final.
Yeah.
Listen, you're not true. You're not true.
You have your build up, you have your hype, and then you have your cooldown, which kind of adds to the intensity.
Listen, Patrick, you're not a true video game kind of see what music and see you listen to all 20 minutes of the final boss of Kepka.
I have.
On the ship,
Ever
does that
actually
make it
seen
the
the whole
final
thing.
gummy
I just
ship?
don't care.
Final gummy mission?
Just like, yeah, it's awesome.
Wait, what about the final Gummy ship?
He was
What's
on
that?
the ship, and so It's kind of a homage to the little gummy ship thing. I don't know.
Yeah, like there's all gameplay. That's a combination of gameplay.
Okay, Sora, I know you have glide, but how do you just jump off?
By the way, there's an upcoming section where you can totally use glide even if you don't have it yet.
Yeah, I never noticed it before. Like you can glide without having glide, and you can double jump between infinity.
Are
Yeah.
you talking about the section when he throws ships at you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, buildings at you?
R2.
You can always fly. You just gotta believe.
Gotta keep that.
What?
You kicked it.
I was trying to go for final form, not valor, but okay. We'll make it work.
You got 2 keyblades.
Diego Anti.
Listen, Patrick, you wear the best color in this man.
Well, Urban, we're going for the
It's the
Subscriber goal.
it's subscriber.
We need 10 more people.
10 more by January. Come on.
No, $10 you had it right.
Well, I'm.
Right there.
not September anymore.
I will gladly take regular donations as well. I need money.
Gosh, Chow. She was
What?
giving subs left to right.
Actually, please help me because YouTube is
Dude,
killing
we
me
had,
right
like,
now. Oh
So
my
many
god.
subs that, so many gift subs back on Will/Rapid Luigi's stream the other day.
I get that you're saying.
How
Not
many
one
did you
person
get?
went absolutely mad with it. It was a little absurd.
Alright. Hey, Urban, I appreciate the donation, man. Whether you intended it or not, I appreciate it.
You know, Brody, you just reminded me of something. Because I wasn't there for this part where Ansel blew himself up.
Yeah.
He's alive. What?
What are we talking about?
Yeah, where Ansel the Wise blows himself up. He's still alive after that.
Yeah, no, he just teleports. Shut up. Anything could have.
Happen.
Oh, there. You caught me in a bad
And beaten in one combo.
Yeah, that's about
I'm
it.
in a bad time. He's in a bathroom.
And
Stop.
people
Stop. Stop.
and most people are surprised that Mickey can appear in this fight.
Yeah, I don't know why he can.
That
think
armor
they're-
is just for show.
Stop. I was using the
He-
bathroom.
Xemnas wasn't quite sure how to work that armor.
Admittingly, I don't know, just Armored Xemnas has done nothing for me. I just think it's so why is it here?
The coolest thing about Armored Xemnas is when it reappears and burst by Sleep Final
Yeah.
Mix.
Exactly.
There's more
Like,
to a
and
heart
also
than
the
just
only cool thing about
anger.
Armored Xemnas in this
It's
game
full
is
of
the
all kinds
second
of
part
feelings.
of the fight for the final,
Don't
but
you
even then
remember?
that's more the situation than the actual armor.
Admittingly, this line is a little sad considering this is Terra.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a heart is full of many feelings. Don't you remember what that's like? Unfortunately, I don't. Just like aw.
And Terra's just crying on the inside.
Ah!
Fake! Oh wait, no, wait, he's in Lingering Will, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, did great.
Remember Zim, all Zim just wanted was a heart. And more.
Fine, dude, eating, but I thought we'll get
He's
this
like,
there.
gosh, you all did great.
I had given in
Too
to
bad
the
I wasn't there.
darkness. Riku,
Especially you,
Pirates are
Sora. You killed him in one
celebrating.
how
combo.
am I gonna
Also,
face
what
it?
is that stance,
Like
Kyrie?
this?
Oh,
She looking like she wants to dance, but she remembers she's white, so she can't.
I'm never
She
gonna
had to be
dance
really good
again.
everyone.
It's guilty feet. I got no rhythm.
Also, I do appreciate that moment of Sora acting goofy to try and
I'll
cheer
open a
Riku
Yeah.
up.
By the way, I love
You said,
that.
how am I gonna face it to everyone? Riku, you don't have to worry about that. There is
You
no
There is no
everyone.
one. Everyone on the island is dead.
Turn to Final Fantasy protagonist.
By the way, Sophie brought it up earlier in this playthrough, but where you put Roxas in other scenes, that scene with Roxas is very weird.
Yeah.
So
is Naminé
Naminé
a-
can RTC as well, I see.
Is Naminé a stand in this situation?
We better hurry and get
And only other stand users can see her?
Die, Kyrie, please let me put me inside you.
Oh god. Also, where did Pluto come from? The eternal question of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, Pluto can just appear wherever he
Choose
wants.
Andor.
I'm the teleport MacGuffin. Just
Yeah, we all thought it was Goofy, but it was actually Pluto.
Sure.
Do you think they planned this far in advance for
See?
Terranor to
We
be
need
the
them.
original
I
body
can
for
promise.
Zim?
Oh, I think at this point
Because
they
of July
probably
to this
did.
point.
I think at
I'm
this.
sure they probably were workshopping that.
What
yeah.
the? I love Sora's reaction right there. Just like, what the fuck? back!
Well, yeah, a person just walked out of him.
There you are.
Even though he fully knows of Roxas at this point.
He doesn't expect him to walk out of him.
Here's the thing, right? No, he knows about Roxas, but he doesn't know anything.
Look
He
at
knows
Sora's
about
face
this, he just
throughout
doesn't
this
know
whole
about
scene.
this.
Look at Sora's face.
Yeah.
But you and I
It would have been
Uh,
helpful if you done this
Patrick.
earlier.
original self.
He knows about
So,
Roxas, but he doesn't know anything
we can be
actually
together
about
again.
Roxas.
Also, why is Roxas suddenly outside of his organization robe at this point?
Because shut up.
We'll be together every
I'll
This is,
tell you.
this is how he envisioned himself back in the computer, remember?
This
But
goes
then,
when he was
but
going
why
into
does he
Sora,
then
so-
attack you in the organization robe at this point?
Because you're in
Shut
the
up.
organization world? I don't know.
I hope you
Because he
enjoyed.
was very emotional and he needed to hide his identity.
Patrick, all your answers can be answered with this. Donald did it.
Look sharp.
Just blame Donald.
Yeah, it's Donald's magic.
Oh, come on,
Hashtag
Sora.
blame Donald.
Sora, look sharp and let me penetrate you again.
Huh?
Don't worry.
Please, I don't
You're
want to
all
be
still
present
you.
when you have those making out scenes with Kyrie.
Okay, so
Hey,
I have a
let's go
confession.
home.
Okay, so here's
Ricky,
like
come on,
this
yeah.
boss, this final boss for Kingdom Hearts 2 is strange to me because I never in a video game up to this point experienced a final
Sora,
boss that
me
has
too.
more than one one phase.
Oh, no,
So, like, Zimnus is dead. I killed him. Yeah, because of this whole thing. And oh wait, he's not done yet. Just go what?
This isn't the first final boss I faced that had multiple phases, but this is one of the first ones I can think of where I definitely felt like it was a little too long, because this entire ship part I feel is completely unnecessary. I feel like you can go straight to Final Zenith
It
from
was
here.
such a set piece.
They
Yeah.
would just teleport to the final thing then.
Yeah, I just
More or less, I appreciate just the fact that we get the 3 movements for Darkness into the Unknown. But yeah, like, this fight is like, Armored Zenith doesn't need to be Armored Zenith, and this is mostly a set piece.
And you fight Armored Zenith again!
Dragon.
And his moveset is not different. He just can't call upon organization weapons.
Yeah.
And by organization
White
weapons,
Dragon will
I mean the
penetrate you.
organization members who are still
You
alive
see,
in this game.
it's
because
interesting
that
you
doesn't
guys
make
are
sense.
bringing up Blue Eyes and stuff like that because I've been recently on a Yu-Gi-Oh kick all of a sudden, so...
Yeah. Is Zemnis really Seto Kaiba?
Well, here's the thing, in the new move, in the, Dark Dimension, there's like suddenly like 5 new kind of Blue Eyes or something like that in there.
Yeah. It's almost like
We gotta sell the cards. Part of the
Patrick,
cards.
no, Patrick, because Patrick, see, this is what happens when you don't keep up with Yu-Gi-Oh.
Because power creep, because...
we got a lot more Blue Eyes like Dragon.
we had to make archetypes an actual thing.
Yeah, you know, I said before that, you know, Pokemon I felt like was getting power creep, but Yu-Gi-Oh is
Oh
like one
God,
of the
no, there
like
are so
biggest offenders of
There
power
are so many
creep.
archetypes, or even just old cards that are just obsolete now.
Yeah.
Like, why would you ever use this?
Let me put it like this. I think it was about a year ago, a few friends of mine were like, hey, you kind of want to bring out the old Yu-Gi-Oh decks and play around or two? And my friend that worked at Dollar Tree just bought a few cards to make a makeshift deck. His makeshift deck of just a bunch of booster cards and stuff like that absolutely trounced my original deck.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, let's put it like this. I think I had a blue eye.
Orange Dragon is just dragon form. I mean, there's no real name for that.
The ship. Because
Yeah.
there's no other explanation.
No,
Well,
Patrick,
Hollow Dragon? I don't know.
Patrick, see, there's a reason you don't see normal monsters anymore. Because effect monsters, baby, effect monsters.
Yeah, and there's no real... Like, usually the big thing would be like normal monsters have like better average stats, but
Yeah.
even then, most of them don't. Especially not back in the original series where
Yeah.
they were just kind of making up cards for the sake of plot.
It's like, admittedly for me, if I were to do like a sub-night of Yu-Gi-Oh or something like that, I kind of want to just do it with OG cards or...
Oh yeah, no, I felt like I'm at most aware
can
of
we
the
go-
synchro summoning, and that's still a good couple of rule sets behind.
Yeah.
Because I have friends with Yu-Gi-Oh, I can go all the way up to Link monsters But you could not pay me. But you could not pay me to do pendulum summoning. Screw pendulum summoning. It's stupid. It's
See,
dumb.
all of these are just
I
words
also have
for.
friends who are kept up, and I can't even go past synchro summoning.
No, because like XYZ, XYZ summons aren't hard either. It's not because it's like that's not a hard concept to understand.
No, but I fell behind, so I don't care.
I just want to steamroll everything with blue eyes. Is that so hard to ask?
I mean, Patrick, you can just make a deck around it.
Yeah, no, that's how it is now.
Yeah, but I have a dragon deck, and that's the one I got absolutely curb stopped.
Patrick, you don't have an updated dragon deck.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Listen, if we
I'm
do,
so
if we do
confused.
that, can we go all the way to GX at least? Because that's where
We
my-
can do GX at least, because that doesn't have with things too much.
That was mostly just obsessed with fusion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the fusion happy thing, which is fine.
Even then, I had to take out all the new elemental hero stuff that they added
And Elemental Hero is such a suboptimal set.
No. Nothing. You don't understand. You do not understand the power of elements of the elemental heroes. They are so strong because they have so many ways.
I have a Yu-Gi-Oh too, but could probably beg to differ. But
By the way, I love that we just spent the entirety of that filler part of the final boss talking about Yu-Gi-Oh!
well, it's not. Again, it's just a set piece, but it's not.
And not for
it's
set
mostly
piece
just
number
watching it.
2.
Because when it comes to some of my circle friends, they absolutely hate it when I pull out the elemental heroes because I can just pull out. It's just like this. Wait a minute, you just summon a bunch of bosses in one turn?
Yeah. So by the way, is this supposed to be like the bottom here is like the ground floor and we're like falling down into him? I never quite got that.
I never understood that either. I don't understand this set piece of a boss, to be
The,
fair.
all I can really imagine is that because the world that never was is falling apart.
Except not.
It's becoming unstable until they rebuilt it because it got revived, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that's the best I can imagine. Is like the world is falling apart and you're fighting in the remnants of it.
myself to say
No, what's weird is the fact that when as they
Also, this
reveal-
cutscene has no reason to be here.
Yeah. This got added in
Also,
2.5.
I'm checking.
Yeah.
Once this is
I'm
over,
checking
you
the
can thank her all
Zemnis
you
wiki
want.
to figure out the name of the dragon, and the boss fight for the wiki merely skipped the entire ship section. Like, it just like,
I think
okay,
I
after
think
the
everyone just
ultimate
calls it
dragon
Dragon
ship.
Force.
Yeah, Racing John, this is just the cursed fools part of the fight, yeah.
Okay, so here's the
My
weird,
armor.
so here's the weird thing. Like,
Gotta head out for a bit, guys.
Alright.
Joe.
but at the same time, I never really understood what absorbing not Kingdom Hearts actually gave him. It's like, what kind of power up did he get?
Yeah.
Dragon balls. You can do whatever.
Like, I absorb Kingdom Hearts, and I can be able to do this, and I'm also able to summon Giant Dragon, and then I'm able to take us to the world of nothing!
Fuck anime. This is bullshit.
Me.
Okay, come on. Let me get up to Man's X, please.
Man, snakes.
Yeah,
Man,
I-
snakes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know. Especially with this part of the fight, you're just fighting Armored Semnis again, who's no different than his original phase. Like, why are we doing this?
no, here's the thing, like,
First off, Zemnis so badly the first time, he's like, I can't. You know how much this
Rematch.
armor cost? I'm going to use it as much as I can.
You ringed out. It was the lag. Let's do it again.
I wasn't ready yet. That was my warm-up.
No infinites this time.
Because you fight Zemnis a total of 4 times.
It's a bit.
Riku can fly apparently if he's not fallen into his death.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. I just feel like I love the last phase of this of Zemnis so much, but I just feel like a lot of these in between phases are so filler.
Yeah, the second phase is purely a set piece, and yet the best set piece of this whole fight is in the third one.
Yeah. In the tank. Every time you fight this boss, you always pierce him in the dick for the final hit.
My children, no.
But
The
you
heart
can't.
is Sora.
Hey, look, we made Zemnis find a heart. He can feel that.
What?
I will not allow it to end this way.
Anyway, welcome to my White
Yet.
Abyss. And you like my organization
If
coat?
light and
It's
darkness
fully
are
branded.
eternal,
You like my?
Commissions, Bailey.
then
Do you
surely
like my crib?
nothing's
There's not much in
the
it,
same.
but it's mine.
Eternal.
You're right.
Like,
Light and darkness are eternal.
Zemnis
Nothing
is like,
probably
it's-
goes
Zemnis
on
is
forever,
like,
too.
Is the boss that
Guess
refuses
what,
to die.
Zemnis? Doesn't
Exactly.
mean you're eternal.
My mic was up, so I sounded quieter. So.
How
But
many
yeah.
times do I have to tell you this, old
No
man?
more.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love the young people.
But yeah, Jason, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the first part, but this part of the song is fantastic. I love the eeriness of this track so much, and very different for a kind of final boss. It's very, very minimalistic on its sound, which makes sense for Zemnis, but yeah.
Oh, it's time to be on everybody's top 10 boss fight list.
Yeah,
Okay, so this fight's cool. We thought to think about what it is actually doing. Again, I just want to point the story to the fact that he used the power of nothingness, which is an element of power that sounds cool on paper. It's when you start thinking about it, you go, wait a minute, what?
yeah.
Power of
This
nothingness
brings-
is not up to use lightsabers. And boy, do I love lightsabers.
I'm a big
So
fan of
pretty
Star
cool, you
Wars.
know? Are you Star Wars fans? I like Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars is pretty okay. Oh, yeah, they see them all? Yeah, what's your favorite one? I like the most recent one, Last Jedi. That was a good movie. Get out.
Get out.
Oh, evidence for that, so... This triangle thing.
Yeah, Riku's limit can help out a lot during this fight, so I highly recommend using it.
If you would chop off a nobody's penis...
I don't think they have one.
I mean, there's no evidence yet. That's what I'm saying. A fist bump.
I think there's other evidence. Just go out to friends.
Ah,
Let's see. Rule 34.
no, stop it. Not during the final
How are they going to top this lightsaber battle for Cage 3?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is the part of the fight I don't like where he just gets very laser happy.
Zemnis should put out a giant lightsaber. Like he just pulls out.
No, not that kind of pull out.
Why don't you vanish?
Ow. Where's he at? There he is. Ow, 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 ow.
Why don't
You're abusing teleportation, Zemnis.
No, just have to say, are we in the world between... This is the world between light and darkness,
Yeah.
right?
I think so, yeah. Okay, send this through the thing already, because I'm waiting for it at this point.
Come on, do the cinematic set piece.
Oh wow, he avoided the
You
entire.
actually die on it. You
No,
don't
he.
know, you don't pay
That is okay. Yeah, we're doing this part. That's weird. I skipped the entire Riku part of it, huh?
Oh.
But yeah, we're on this one.
And then
This-
epic
Okay,
machine.
let's face it. We all thought this was the coolest fucking shit when we first played this part.
Yeah, I did. And you wanna know what else? You wanna know why I didn't realize?
God damn, this game looks so cool.
Fucking cool.
But you wanna know why I didn't realize until later?
What?
And so halfway through I just go, wait a minute. I was like, hang on, how come Riku's taking damage?
Oh.
Both buttons. They both gotta do it.
Very tempted to do that, gamer.
Get out of my face, Riku.
Die for this boss fight. Ow!
Ow.
somehow it wasn't sliced in half.
Yeah, somehow.
Lightsaber thing is a dud.
Riku!
And the one time they decide to actually use the laser beam. Oops.
I shall key beam you.
It won't let me session for some weird reason. I don't know why, but anyway, Xemnas is done.
I never also. So why did that kill him?
Yeah, I really think that should have been the finishing move for real.
Guess they really wanted to make you do it with your own hands,
I guess.
not through
wouldn't be
cinematic.
too sure of that.
Anyway, we got about a 20-minute cutscene right now, so sit back and enjoy.
Looking forward for Volume 6 with what they set up. I just hope they can deliver it.
I got my tickets to go.
Sora.
I got my tickets to go see it in
I
theaters.
can't. Don't say another word. It's not over.
I'm not
just
that big of
not.
a fan to want to see it on its premiere, but
How can you say that?
I am, because I've
Even
seen
if
every
we
single
could go
volume in
on.
theaters. I've also seen every single
Look where
volume
we
at
are.
least 5 times.
Aw, come on, Riku. You've been
I
hanging
have
out in
nothing
darkness
better to
too
do
long.
one time.
You gotta try and think positive.
I like Ruby.
Sora,
you've been hanging out in darkness too long.
you leave.
You
Kind
got
of my
it.
stick. Jeez.
God,
Riku, you got a bit of cold. Is it because of that
I always
darkness?
figured I was better at stuff than you.
you have no idea.
Really?
Wow, Riku, you
Are you
almost
mad?
You need
dropped
to
a
get a flu
lot.
shot, Sora.
I kinda always thought you were better at everything, too.
No, so a little bit lower. Put your head a little bit lower on the butt. Come
Riku.
on.
Look,
I mean, we confirmed
that
we're a
like?
ship at this point, so why not go all the way?
You can share Kyrie as well.
Kyrie can't see it. Kyrie won't know.
Going through
And
the world between, they just happen to
Somehow
go
in
to
the
land
realm of darkness. Yeah.
It's like Riku's like, Sora, you went the wrong way.
Sora, there was a white light and then there was a black light. Why'd you go for the black one? That obviously means darkness.
God dang, we gotta turn around. Oh,
Oh, there
Damn
is
it.
no turnaround.
you know, maybe the darkness has gotten
Actually, it
me
might be
too.
better to. It might be better to say this out now.
Riku.
This out loud. So you do know that Ruby 5.6 is only going to be on Rooster Teeth's website
world
this
is
year
perfect
because
for me.
of the copyright
If this is
nonsense
what
that's
the
been going
world
on
really
YouTube.
is, just this. Then
I don't
maybe
feel so
should
good.
fade back into darkness.
I'm also eating
Riku.
pizza in the background. I think I'm choking. Ugh!
If the world
water,
is made
please.
of light and
The
darkness,
door.
Someone give me water.
Yes,
it will
the
be the darkness.
The
Don't
release,
make the pizza.
the release schedule for Volume 6 is still going to be the same. It's still going to be the same. So,
Yeah.
1 week after the new episode
other
is up, it's
The
going to
realm
be
of light
free
is
for
safe
everybody.
now.
You just won't be able to see it on
Kyrie,
YouTube.
the
You got to go
king,
to
and the
their
others are
website
there.
Okay.
to see it for
That's
free.
what I mean.
Alright.
they didn't have a Deus Ex
Hey,
light,
Sora.
they would have encountered Aqua
Could you
sooner
help
or
me?
later.
Dude, this is the
Nope.
one that makes me kind of irritated on the whole Aqua thing because they were able to leave no problem.
No, Kyrie. No, it's Kyrie's Princess of Hearts Deus Ex Machina letter.
But can't she just do that again and bring Aqua back?
Oh, Kyrie, send the letter again. But to who?
At least the
Just,
way
just
it
send a
sounds.
letter.
Just do it.
What I said back there about thinking I was better at stuff than you. To tell you the truth, Sora,
Nothing like going on a nightly beach.
I was jealous of you. What
Brody, I think it's a little bit of column A.
I wished I could
I
live
think it's a
life
little
the
bit of
way you
column
do.
A, column B,
Just
but a
following
little
my
bit
heart.
more on column B than it is on column
Yeah,
A.
well, I've got
Because
my
if you
share
want
of
to see an
problems.
example,
Okay,
you want to see an example.
Like what?
You want to see an example
Like
of
wanting to be like
Miles,
you.
Miles writing when he's doing his own
Get-
thing? Go watch seasons 11, 12, and 13 of
There is
RBB.
one advantage to
Okay.
being me. Something you can never imitate.
Shipping intensifying. Shipping.
Really?
Shipping.
What's that?
Shipping.
Having you for a
Shippery,
friend.
shippery,
And I guess
shippery.
I'm okay the way
So-
Okay, boy, shipping
I've got
as
something you
shipping
can
can
never
be.
So, I think it's pretty obvious by this point that, hey, this is our favorite Kingdom Hearts game, guys! Woo, woo, woo! Kingdom Hearts 2 is the first one I played, and it's still
Yeah.
my favorite after playing all the others.
It still is, and I'm not sure if 3's still gonna top it or not.
Favorite things: anime, action commands, drive forms, funny fun. Wait.
No, not that.
You keep that out of this. Birth by Sleep is my second favorite Kingdom Hearts game purely on gameplay.
Except boss fights. Except boss fights, because
My Sleep does something original, unlike the other
I think
spin-offs.
it's for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even though Birth by Sleep is more of a main game, but and by the way, CG quality jump.
To call it Kingdom Hearts 0.
Kind of. I mean, they called the sequel 0.2.
And hope that our hearts will blend.
Now I will step forward to realize.
And by the way, Kyrie decided to get really philosophical here for some reason with this
I
level.
know, right?
Starting a new journey may not be so hard. Or maybe it's already
She
begun.
didn't know it was Sora until she actually sent the
There are
bottle,
many
so...
worlds.
Did she foresee the future knowing it was going to Sora or something?
Oh, by the way, so in like
The heart senses were tingling.
Okay,
by the
yeah.
way, in a minute here, we're gonna have a debate.
Okay, well, actually, in a minute here, I'm gonna have to mute the game audio and replace it with a different cover of Sanctuary, so just heads up on that, guys. Just so we can actually be safe on the YouTube playback.
Patrick, can you have a guess what the debate is gonna be?
Is it that's how this Door of Light came here?
No. That's Kingdom Hearts. Donald did it, come on.
Keep the door open! Wait,
Yeah, please, keep it open!
No, and then she does the Sonic Generation in which she just jumps in and then it closes and she fell in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, Aqua fell into darkness.
Yep, and then Aqua got Norded.
Aqua's like, wait, the door, keep it open! Oh wait, you guys were doing that, weren't you? I'm late.
And by the way, Sora's hair stays completely intact during
I
this.
mean, anime hair.
Physics.
I mean, Yuki's hair stays completely intact, but he gets wet.
Eh.
Hair gel on it.
L'Oreal, because it's worth it.
But I do love this ending.
Innocent. Little did they know.
Little did we know, everything that comes after.
Yeah, this is their happy ending before the shitstorm.
Before Nomura placed it all on Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Let's make it. Oh, you guys are here.
Just the proportions on the hands, my god.
Like nothing.
Sora, we thought you died, Sora! Why'd you leave us? Sora, why didn't you walk through the portal, Sora?
I had to go for a filler boss face and then go for the actual one. By the way, I am surprised that Charmus stayed undamaged through the water.
Really protective pockets. These pockets are waterproof.
This is the part that you're not hearing. All the tortured Pickfords to the right, like you hear to say, we want Riku! We want Riku! We want Riku!
And with that, the main story of Kingdom Hearts 2 is done. We're not done entirely yet because we got final mix stuff to go through coming up, but,
So, Patrick, on your end, the song is starting playing.
This man for making this so good series and also making it so complicated.
yeah. I mean, 2 is still my favorite of the series, and it's probably still the reason of why I'm still on this crazy train that this franchise is on. Because I think the gameplay is just really solid, especially in Final Mix. I think they've improved the game a lot more in that regard. I like the story. I'm still kind of mixed on because I don't think the overall story is good, but I think its moments are good. It's weird to explain. Like stuff like
It's memorable.
Yeah.
I think. Go on.
It's just this will still be my favorite game in the series. I'm not sure if 3's gonna top it, but I'm always gonna be able to come back to this one and have a fun time.
2 is still my favorite. It's still my favorite. Even after playing all of the other Kingdom Hearts games, games 2 still sits at the top. Because now that I play the others, because I have a thing when it comes to stories where I find that a lot of the time in a series, some of my favorite stories are the finale, and Kingdom Hearts 2 is a finale to the original story before all the other games happen.
Yeah.
Because going from Kingdom Hearts 1 to Chain of Memories to Kingdom Hearts 2 tells, at least in my opinion, a beginning to end story of Sora trying to get his friends back.
Yeah.
And by Kingdom Hearts 2, he gets his friends back and he makes it back on the island. So Sora did what he set out to do in the first place.
Yeah.
But then that would basically mean Mickey is just like, hey Sora, we need you to finish my story then.
Your story of how you're
Let's run
consistently a
downstairs,
dick,
please.
Mickey.
In my cases, I mean, the story can be pretty cliched and original, but if you have characters that are really fun or really interesting, then I think you can really carry off a story.
The thing is, I think with 2, what makes it work, I think a little bit more than 1, is the, I guess, down-to-earthness of a character like Roxas, because with the other characters, they're so, kind of big on their stereotypical anime tropes. And that kind of thing, and I'm gonna have to play the Sanctuary thing again because it's not long enough. But I think a character like Roxas kind of grounds it a little bit more, so I think it kind of hits its emotional beats a little bit better, in my eyes, than something like Kingdom Hearts 1. And just I feel like the moments of 2 just stand out a little bit more as memorable and actually have weight to them, unlike something in Dream Drop where it's just I don't care.
Kingdom Hearts 3, in which the killing games will begin once again.
Well, it's one of the things when Kingdom Hearts 2 manages to pull off like all these cool moments. It's in fact they also managed to add weight to actually add weight, like because you actually feel because for some of this stuff you feel like if Sora doesn't do this, then there will actually be consequences.
Yeah.
Like if Sora and company didn't succeed in Hollow Bastion at the middle point, then Hollow Bastion would have been screwed.
Would just been effed.
And then you think about it, the organization has essentially been killing people, and before Dream Drop Sisters, we all just thought that once you became heartless, that's it, you're dead.
Yeah.
So the weight of Sora having to stop this organization from essentially killing people, and then you find out that Sora has been helping them along the way. That like there is some weight and some good and some good writing to this. Also, here's the argument. I think I like Sanctuary better than Simple.
It varies for me.
I would say the simple and clean remixes have a lot of more like energy to it.
Yeah, I think that they both work for their intended fate. I think it's just with Simple and Clean, we've heard it so many times that maybe it's starting to kind of get numb at this point in that kind of regard. So that might be
where we are.
Affecting my
Dog is
bias.
stuck in his arranged marriage, and Mickey gets the D.
The Disney.
That's the Disney.
And by the way, you can't skip this credits even when you're trying to go for the secret ending.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hate
Twilight Town, the mayor is still making
The mayor is still encouraging violence.
Also, so after Birth by Sleep, hey Pete, why are you mad at Mickey? Why aren't you more mad at Minnie?
I mean, I'm surprised Pete didn't snap Minnie's neck. Meanwhile, in the 100-Acre Woods,
Minnie has a neck?
is ready for the next Killing Games.
Also, I think the one thing that Kingdom Hearts 2 does right that no other Kingdom Hearts game has yet able to replicate is the fact that it's just the fact that overall going through these worlds actually feels like they matter to the story and less like they're just a stop on the way.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just because every game after this point has kind of left things so open-ended to go into 3 that it doesn't feel like a good conclusion or anything like that. It feels...
Yeah, because like we talked about this at Hollow Bastion and Tron. Tron is the best integrated world into the Healing House story.
Yeah.
Because they managed to take the story and actually and matter. In the second visits to most of to these worlds, all the ones that have organization members actually matters to the plot. Like, for example, Beast Castle, Zaldin is trying to turn Beast into a Heartless so that way he can have control of his nobody.
Yeah.
Now human, even though for a second it looked like he was still in beast form.
Yeah.
Coliseum, we get to do tournaments again. Yay!
Yeah, that's right. Hades Cup. Oh god, I forgot about that. Ugh.
Ushu is still useless.
Yep.
Back to being dead.
Yeah.
I think what also works is the fact that Sora is just a more likable character than Terra Vita Aqua.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, especially more than Terra.
I like Aqua, but that's probably more because she's just the person that actually has her shit together.
She's...
Yeah, but...
But they're all kind of idiots. They all...
Yeah, but my problem with Aqua is...
I don't know what this cutscene means. I guess they're off to a new adventure.
Oh, well, no,
Elizabeth wouldn't.
Well, no, that one is hinting at Dead Man's chest, is what this scene is kind of implying.
Still in her noble outfit.
Yeah, because they couldn't bother making a pirate outfit for her for the credit scene.
It's the only outfit she has.
Queentown.
Okay, yeah, Ben's the only one that can get...
Christmas.
Ben's the only one that can get away with an excuse, because he is a kid. Yeah, Terra and Aqua, though? Nope.
My problem with Aqua is the fact that... I thought my head was cut off. My problem with Aqua is the fact that...
A very chill dude.
Is that she's so bland. She's even blander than Terra. Terra's already pretty bland.
Tron.
I do love the dancing Tron.
His boat. Before he becomes a villain.
Yep.
Gets thrown into darkness because royalty has authority.
Okay, I forget. It's
before Mickey strangles a parrot.
Okay, yeah, okay, so I think it's just Agrabah, Fried Lands, and then Hollow Bastion, Destiny Island. I think we're almost at the end of this.
Jasmine and Aladdin still hasn't gotten married.
Yeah, well that's for the next time. If they ever show up again.
Yes, the King of Thieves.
We're not married, we just live together.
Okay, their lips were clearly not touching there. The models lie.
Oh, we survived the Finny Fun. And Arrow got married, I guess.
And then Simba fucked.
Oh, my fuck child! You will enjoy her!
Again,
enjoy her!
Insert the vine with Rafiki just throwing the Simba off the cliff.
Yes. In about a couple of years, this child is going to fuck. Hollow Bastion, Sid is on his computer, and the sea salt phenomenon will never end.
And the computer goes on fire again.
Still doing that Hollywood hacking, I see.
Yep.
card has turned into a butterfly.
Do 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 do.
It's just like, huh. I feel like I should be the one who had disappeared beside Cloud.
Yeah. And we're coming up to what Nomura has said is his favorite scene in 2 is this last bit with Sora.
This.
Yeah, I do like how it is pretty much shot for shot of Kyrie's ending in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Finally got the D in a form of a drawing.
Sorry, you gonna open up that door?
Oh,
Nah, I'm good.
Alright. Well,
3, they'll add Riku to this.
yeah. No, it's gonna be a giant wall of all the pro tags. Which is all gonna be drawn on there.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Sora actually never. That's the first time that Sora actually sees.
Yeah.
Kyrie as to that drawing.
Yeah, because he hasn't been back to Destiny Island. Yeah, I do like that last scene. It still works really well.
It's sweet.
And now it's time for the post-credit scenes where they join the Avengers. Now I gotta. That's gonna be the end of 3.
That took way too many games to figure out.
I'm here to talk to you about the Kingdom Hearts initiative.
I'm assembling a special team of Keyblade wielders.
How many more Xehanorts do we have to defeat?
Yeah, dude. Sophie, you weren't kidding. It took way too long to follow up on this scene.
Nothing's changed, huh?
I remember when the recoded commercials were coming out.
Sora, things will change. Things will change drastically after this point.
Part of one that's much bigger.
I got darkness wiped.
For better and for worse.
Mostly worse.
What do you think?
Back in time for the end.
Hey, nice.
Hey, Stefan,
Nomura
thoughts on Kingdom Hearts?
actually.
Stefan, thoughts on Kingdom Hearts 2 go?
Nomura will kill us off the cage 3.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is still my favorite in the series. Nothing else has really come up to it in terms of gameplay and completeness. And yeah, pretty much. I was listening to most of you guys on my drive up and down, so I heard all your thoughts. So I'm pretty in agreement with Jason, especially when he brought up that this more or less feels like a finale that should have been an end.
And this stupid letter.
Like, we still have chances for sequels.
I heard a zipper. Is that Nomura calling me?
I think I had this shot as my desktop.
Pat, I appreciate you picking up what I did not mean to put down.
Let me lead the way. Okay. Anyway, Anyway, while Jason's recovering now, okay, deep dive was one thing. This shit, on the other hand, oh my god.
Right.
This was big, and then the final mix version, you find out, oh, we're just showing you the next game. It's like, oh man. Was it Final Mix, or was it just the true?
This was in regular, too, this part.
This one is.
That's the man!
Version I'm talking
there
about.
he is, full officer! That's the man who's gonna beat me up!
Remember when we thought this was Cage 3?
One of my favorite images. One of my favorite images on the net is this with Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, and just like, if you remember this, you get a veterans discount.
Okay, see, I never paid any attention to the Kingdom Hearts fan base around this time. So when I saw this in there, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But this was pretty cool, but I was never there for the excitement. But
Oh,
did you
especially
I came into the series late, so I
Makes
think
no
Birth by
sense.
Sleep had already came out once I started getting into Kingdom Hearts, so I knew that it wasn't.
Oh,
Kingdom Hearts 3.
For me, it was especially when you saw all the 3 Keyblades there, and all
Yeah,
of them
well,
around
yeah,
was just
there
like,
Keyblade.
everybody was just like, how far in the future does this take place?
Yeah.
Well,
you
do we
assume
know
the
him
future
from...
because they have the Keyblades of our past protagonists, so you assume, oh, they're passing the torches.
Yeah.
But no, we were
But,
in the reverse.
Yeah, will get the full final credits once we
I've
finish
never
all the
seen that
final
art
mix
before.
content.
That's nice.
But yeah.
I've never seen this art.
I don't really like this art personally.
I think it's too much white space, but it's nice what there is.
Also, Mickey hand is...
It doesn't really work for an end title.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Mickey covering his face is kind of dumb, actually.
I mean, we're gonna be coming back to this because we gotta beat Xemnas again once we get all the proof icons in order to get the secret ending. But
You
all the
summon Peter
secrets
Pan
behind-
23 times.
but yeah.
All those were for the Coliseum.
Yep. Yeah, I don't.
Death toll. I don't see your death toll.
Yeah, they don't keep a death toll this time. They keep really weird stats for Kingdom Hearts 2.
There's every game has different stats except for what game level it is, what Jiminy Journal stuff you have, and usually something to do with gummy ships or whatever similar mode is in the game.
Yeah, like Mirage Arena or anything.
Peter Pan yells at you, you can fly, you just gotta believe.
Or even like percentage completion of the dive.
Yeah.
Or like how,
Okay,
yeah.
now
Alright. Go up to an earlier file. What is?
2009 and...
But anyway, we are not... Okay, what is that noise?
That's probably my bag of food.
Okay. I was just like, what is that?
I must free my burrito from its casing.
But anyway, we're not done yet. We got work to do.
Yes.
It's time for pain.
Yeah, we're not going to Disney Castle yet. Oh god, no. Okay, so it's time
That'll be its own stream.
Time to begin Mushroom 13. So we're gonna head first back into the world that never was for Mushroom number 1.
Like some mushrooms.
Yes, we are maxing on
I'm sure we've probably
mushrooms.
discussed this before, but did they ever make plushes of the mushrooms? I feel like they would have been stupid not to make official plushes of the mushrooms.
One mushroom plush.
Alright, now though, I got just a few keyblades in here. Okay, so I'll keep Oblivion on for right now.
Yeah, the Keyblade's
Shroom
kind of
plushies.
irrelevant for this
They're
first one.
adorable.
Yeah, I'm setting them up for future ones.
Yeah, no, of course.
Okay, Master is gonna have Fatal Crest on for later. Ugh. Oh no. Actually no.
And they're
Yeah.
fan made.
Of course they're fan-made, but
Yeah.
yeah, it seems like really dumb. Like, the mushrooms are like a consistent enemy type in most of Kingdom Hearts games, and they are so cute. How could they not make a plush out of
Yeah.
them?
Alright, so first one here, it mainly involves having final form, so get that.
Really, final form.
Okay, so basic.
One giant mushroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the leader. I'm the biggest.
So pretty much what you want to do with this one is reversal at the right time to get right behind him, and then just jump and don't hit anything, because that will get you the most points in it. Right now I'm kind of effing this up. I don't think I'm gonna make it for this one.
Even in death,
yeah.
micro mushroom.
That was a pretty...
This is very aggressive, even as a mushroom.
Yeah. Alright, let's try that again.
I do love how, like, everyone almost always consistently refers to the mushroom by their organization member name.
Yeah.
Like, they'll either say the number, or they'll refer to them by the name of their, well, representative.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the name
So,
and the number.
Stefan, what you're telling me is that this is Zimnet?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got the joke right away, but I needed to let that sit so everyone...
to let you think about your life decisions after that joke.
Listen, alright, listen, I don't regret my choices.
I wasn't making you regret them, I just wanted it to sit.
Okay, so that is Mushroom 1 done.
I do appreciate
Actually-
how they give you drive recoveries for this stuff,
Yes,
because they know
thanks.
you're going to use it for a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
Funny, because in non-spoilerly, the latest My Hero Academia chapter has mushrooms involved.
Oh yeah.
I believe the Hero Academia movie is premiering in my town only for tomorrow, so I might go check that out.
The first premiere has been
Did
shown
you-
in my city, not my city, my state. But I think another
Because
one's
they
gonna be coming up
extended the release date, so
Yeah, because it's one of the highest selling anime movies. Of
Oh,
all time.
it beat out both the Nun and Predator, which I find amazing.
Yeah, and in terms of anime
Oh,
movies, it's only
You talking
the
about the
only one
My
it
Hero
hasn't.
movie?
Yeah,
I think the only thing it hasn't beaten yet is Resurrection of F.
yeah. Which means, especially after like this kind of success, you know Broly's gonna get a regular kind of release. I feel.
Oh yeah, especially with just how much
So-
love and attention people are showing it. Now this is.
anime
Uh,
people have beaten them all.
Speaking of which, fun fact, the My Hero character designer is also on the Broly film.
Okay,
Oh,
I
Studio
think.
Bums. Sweet.
Okay, I think that was enough for that one, but I know I can do it a little bit better, so I'm gonna give that one a shot.
Mhm. I like the
Just love how
fireworks.
those mushrooms are just sitting there, just like
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do people care if I talk about the latest trailer?
I mean,
easy BBZ fan, but I'm sure other people scared.
I mean, I can interact with you because I've
I
discussed
can
it plenty.
I can tell. I can talk with this too. So, I mean, I'm just doing mushrooms right now.
If
So.
we're talking about like plot stuff, then I can definitely help out.
Okay, so just getting this one out of the way, because this is the biggest negative I see for the latest trailer. Yes, people, Dragon Ball Midas is officially canon.
Toriyama doesn't like going back on stuff he's already done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is weird because a lot of people a lot of people thought who grew up with the anime, it's just that like having this be revealed to them throws a lot about what they know about Dragon Ball back in their face. But here's the thing, like for example, we all just thought that Goku came to Earth when he was a baby, but no, he was never shown as a child coming to Earth in the manga.
Yeah, I
In the
recently
manga.
just read the Raditz chapter, so I can confirm.
Oh, really? That.
Yeah, that was everything you were shown in the anime was for the anime.
Yeah, King,
Okay.
we never King Vegeta was never in the manga. The fact that we assumed that Vegeta was older than Goku, that was just an anime thing. So
I don't think Bardock ever
all my
really
childhood-
existed. I think
All
if
my
anything
childhood knowledge
about
has
him,
been wrecked.
like yeah, it seems like what Bardock might have had like a mention during.
Yeah, because Bardock is
I don't know.
Bardock was mostly anime, but Toriyama liked it so much that he made Bardock canon at that point.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think like the only other thing maybe could have been mentioned in the manga would have been like a one-off statement that was irrelevant. That led into like that whole "your father's a brilliant scientist" crap,
Yes.
whatever the hell that was about.
Brilliant scientist.
Brilliant scientist.
I love that. That's also a tag you can give yourself in fighters. Brilliant
I love it.
scientist.
When I got that, I was like, all right, this is my tag. Brilliant scientist. But outside of that, I think like what this could do is that it can they can expand on the Dragon Ball on like the Dragon Ball Midas stuff, and also putting Broly's backstory right there in the Dragon Ball Midas stuff is honestly a really good place to put it.
Again,
And everything they're doing, and everything Toriyama's doing with Broly, I like.
let's face it. You can't get much more bad than Broly's original motivation and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Really, what brought down Broly was the fact that he got 2 sequels.
Yeah.
Like really, like his original concepts weren't great, but it was alright, as fine as a movie villain. But then it was just like, hey, he was a big marketing device. Let's just keep pumping that gas in. And it's just like, oh no,
Yeah.
He's already dead.
he should have been dead, but then he wasn't
Also,
dead. And then he wasn't dead again.
Another thing that's weird for people going for the anime is the fact that that firstborn Frieza got a redesign. So now, so now he has his manga colors.
The colors isn't the problem, it's the fact that his torso is a completely different shape.
Also, no armor.
Yeah, like...
He lives
so it's like what happened to Crystal, in which they made the designs look more like the mangaka, but then it's just so stiff and proportional.
Well, not even stiff, because I like the new design for Frieza. It's just when you see the new design for Frieza, and then versus the design for Frieza that we've been used to for years,
decades.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
it's really jarring.
I'm sorry.
This one, okay, back onto the game. This mushroom gave me a lot of trouble.
This is what everyone considers to be the hardest mushroom in the game.
It wasn't even that hard. It was just like he'd just pop out of my combo like halfway through it, and I had to start
in
over.
my experience with this, here's my strategy for this: is Master Form, heal yourself, have Berserk Charge at the ready, and pretty much you can just keep going like this. Just make sure you can keep the camera on him. If you do that, you should generally be good.
Yep, that's basically it.
Yeah, but it's all in the camera, because that will keep Sora locked on
That's
him.
probably what I kept doing wrong, because he'd just pop out and I'd get like either too far away
Ow!
or he'd be too high
I think
up.
that, I don't know if that clears it or not. Nope, gotta do it again.
No. Surprisingly high number.
The mushroom,
Yeah, exactly. That's
are the
exactly
real
what keeps
pets.
happening. Like, you get like halfway through it, and then he just get knocked just far enough away that you wouldn't auto lock onto him.
Mushrooms are real pets to my side.
If this Broly movie is going to be anything like the last two movies, it's probably going to be canon in some way to Super.
Yeah, because that's just generally what they're doing now, is I think to just keep everything on the same page at this point.
Canon.
No!
Oh yeah, this
no,
movie
like,
is canon
realistic-
because
yeah.
Because in the first trailer that they showed off, Goku we specifically brings up the tournament of power. So this takes place after the end of Super.
Well, it's mostly the biggest thing is like, in a lot of series, like people make reference to other things, like just because you reference Frieza doesn't mean Cooler's canon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
But the fact that these past recent movies have been really influenced into what Super has done.
Yeah.
Well, it's also the thing that the last three movies were written by Toriyama himself.
Yeah, if Toriyama, that's the thing. If Toriyama has his hands on it, and that's the original creator, then it has a lot more validity to canon.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Like for example, like for the One Piece movies, up till Strong World, none of the One Piece movies were canon because it was Strong World Filmsy and Gold because I think those three movies are written by Oda himself.
How many times is it hard to defeat a stupid damn mushroom?
Because he keeps flying off, and this is Axel's mushroom, so of course it's the one that's a dick.
He's also the smallest because he's the traitor.
But
Or rather,
Marluxia and
lost the
Larcy were the
ideals.
traitor.
No, it wasn't a traitor. It was he lost his ideals with the organization. Everyone else was like, the organization's a cool idea, but I don't care. It wasn't. I don't care. I want power.
Yeah.
It's like I want to be ranked number one. No, I want to be ranked number one. Well, History of Trunks wasn't a movie that was a special, and even then, History of Trunks specifically was kind of soft canon.
Yeah.
Because it took liberties with it. But everyone, the thing was is that everyone took History of Trunks as canon, as well as the Bardock special, the original one, because it fit in well, and it was an interesting change up from what we'd already seen before.
Mm-hmm. It's the kind of lore that does nothing but... It's the kind of lore that does nothing but just add to it. It doesn't really mess with anything. It just...
Really, the Bardock special is really the biggest thing people don't like about Minus, is because people like the idea of Bardock being hard in on the original same concept and not giving a crap about his son.
Yeah.
Also, it didn't have as many Superman parallels.
Yeah.
Now we have a lot more super parallel. I mean...
What about Dead Still between the original and Z?
That's the only issue is because of the Garlic Jr. sub-saga, which no one really considers. Like, it's absolutely not canon to the manga.
Oh, you mean Dead
manga. Yeah, Dead Zone. Dead Cell is a pretty cool roguelike. I still need to pick it up, but I'm tight on money right now.
Come on, get out this.
Yeah. Dead Zone is the plot device that was applied to defeat the immortal villain, which is actually an interesting thing, especially when I ever watched the DBZ version, or DBZA version, because it's quicker.
Yeah.
Like, everyone goes on, like, oh, I'm immortal, you can't kill me. It's like, but can't I, like, incapacitate you to living hell? Like, what happens if I cut you in half? You're not invincible, you're immortal.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about immortality in Dragon Ball is just about that. It's just the fact that we never got to see what being immortal in Dragon Ball really means.
Immortal in terms of
In terms of the canon. In terms of the canon. We never got to
no,
see
in
what that
terms
really
of being of it from the power of the dragon.
Yeah, because I mean,
Because
technically
Roshi-
there's gods. Gods
And
of destruction.
Roshi is immortal. Roshi does not die of old age,
Yeah, true.
but he clearly can die via other means. So that's also like a question of like,
It was like he wished to be made immortal via the Super Dragon Balls.
well, that's before the Super Dragon Balls existed. Like, I'm looking at Garlic Jr., I'm looking at Frieza, I'm looking at Vegeta's like, you're immortal, but does that mean your body is indestructible? Probably not. Especially because the powers brought forth by the wishes by the dragon are only within its power. And so, like, if someone was, say, stronger than Kami or Dende or Guru, then it's just like, so do you overpower the immortality?
Let's go.
I thought once he got eternal youth, not eternal life. Well, once you got eternal youth, he wouldn't look as old.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roshi is immortal only in terms of that he will never die of old age.
Yeah.
That's why he's like the 300-year-old grandpa, because he is actually really, really old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No! No.
But going back to Garlic Jr., until Zamasu came along, Garlic Jr. was the only person who actually succeeded. It was the only person who was like, I want to be immortal, and you got it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Zamasu was kind of already immortal. It's just more of getting to a power beyond immortal.
Yeah, like he was a lot. Well,
Beyond immortal.
He didn't seem like he would ever die of old age as a Kai, but then he cut off the I can't be killed by a traditional means aspect.
Yeah.
As very clearly shown in which he had Goku Black just stabbing through the chest to kill Goku.
Which I love.
Yeah, no, like that's the kind of stuff you should be doing if you're not worried about your physical body. It's just like, yeah, I'll suicide bomb myself all the time.
I hate this mushroom so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn it, Axel!
Come here, I'll make it all
I don't know.
stop.
As far as
Was Kai closer to Blu-ray releases than DVD? I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like Kai might have been Blu-ray only because it would have been past the era of DVDs.
yeah, I think Kai is Blu-ray only.
I don't get what you're going at with lunch and being transgender, but okay.
What?
Give me strength.
Okay.
Mushroom
I mean, that'd be
13,
cool,
everyone.
Axel, why are you such an asshole?
If you,
Come here, I'll make it all stop.
Getting,
Inside you.
if you really want to get Dragon Ball Z Kai, or Dragon, you just want to like own it, then if you can't find it in your store, then I would honestly say order.
I did see on
online,
on
from Amazon.
on eBay, I did see a complete collection that has, you know, Boo included and all of that, and I saw that run for about 60, I think.
I don't see the connection between lunch and Birdo.
That is a rabbit hole we're not gonna go down.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Did
Okay.
someone just like use the wrong thing in a sub translation or something?
Okay, for this I'm actually gonna equip Fenrir just so I have a longer keyblade. That might help.
That's a good idea, since you don't have to worry about your combo.
Yeah.
Don't need to worry about big combo because big combo is on its own.
Yep.
Pat, just do combo.
No! And of course I get one of my lowest scores.
Wait, I just saw where Brody put the, yeah.
They're making a
I'm
joke
gonna-
because I called him Master Yoshi. Okay.
Oh,
I should have read into the freak. I should have read into the Kappa harder than I did it.
Deal. Let's go.
remember the pattern. Got it memorized.
I do have it memorized, you're just being an asshole.
Which
Fun
Axel,
if
why do you have to
battle.
cause problems? Got him a
Even
popular
from
character.
beyond the
Damn it,
suppo-
he's right.
Even from beyond the supposed grave, he's still causing me shit.
Yeah, everyone's coming back. It's just a supposed grave now, isn't it?
Until KH3, then I think it will be an actual grave at that point.
Like, why
Characters
won't
come
you
back from dead
die?
without being horribly mutilated.
Yeah.
When they brought up that plot point Rich on this is about making some persons heartless and the nobody that they actually come back to life. When I got there, I instantly saw through that lie and saw the actual reason why they did that. Just go, oh, so anybody can come back. Who's
That's our
already
excuse
died.
to
The fact that Xehanort was shown to come back in his normal body instead of, and also like the fact that Xemnas and some are two separate people is the big thing. That's like, what? I've gone over this before, but it's like, you know they just want to bring back old characters because they have Xemnas and Ansem back.
Yeah.
Instead
Okay,
of
so
them as a single Xehanort.
okay, speaking of Xehanort, I have a quick question. Okay, Xehanort, I have a question for you.
Okay, hold on.
Why?
Jason, please for a second, I'm on a really good pattern right now, give me a minute.
That the fact that you're talking probably ruined it faster than we did.
Okay, anyway, continue.
PS1 Classic, I would assume at least one Mega Man X game.
Yeah, probably X4.
Yeah.
Hey, why, Xehanort, why did you wait to take Terra's body?
We need to put him. He didn't have enough darkness in him.
Yeah,
Give him some
you-
more darkness.
It needs to be made of 70%
But
darkness or
once he
more.
got- but
Put him through more trials, hopefully make the darkness grow so that it would be even more of a hole-in-one as far as he was concerned.
But wouldn't Xehanort's power just transfer to Terra's body?
And no, it wasn't a matter of making Terra strong. And it wasn't about getting Terra's strength. It was to strengthen the darkness in him,
Yeah,
so that it would be easier to corrupt him.
You may have taken my body, but you haven't taken my will!
Yeah.
Except I have.
That's why I'm gonna beat you. That's why I'm gonna beat you out to my body back. Oh wait.
Wait, that did nothing.
Your body submits, so why does your mind
Imagine-
still resist?
I just imagine in the KH3 trailer where Xehanort is just walking up to Sora menacingly. Lingerlo just come out of nowhere and just whacks him off
Just
the
like,
side,
hammer.
all Hulk style.
Just Helm splits him. He's just like, finally! I've been waiting for like over 10 years.
You wanna know what's gonna be interesting for KH3? Well, this is a cutscene I'm at least expecting. Aqua talking to Riku.
Let's go.
Because like Aqua's whole thing, because of her training, is the fact that darkness 100% sucks. There's no way it could ever be good ever.
To be fair, I think she might be a little jaded. For a little
Cute.
Oh yeah,
And to be fair,
He's
Riku
like,
is
I
using a mix of.
master darkness.
To be fair, Riku's using a mix of darkness and light.
Yeah.
He's finding the balance that everyone should be actually.
No,
striking.
okay, chat, no, you want to use, trust me, out of all the forms, Master has the best chance of actually getting this right. Because of its air combo game. With Final, its pattern is too irregular to keep it up.
but it was that concept for Riku that actually got expanded upon further in the final world. That I actually like. It's the fact that inherently there is nothing wrong with darkness because there always has to be a balance to everything. But it's generally how darkness is used is where is is where things go wrong. Because Vicky like has some conversation with Dimness about how light cannot exist without darkness and vice versa. So if darkness is a necessary thing that has to be around, it is not inherently evil. Then why are
to
we
be fair,
scared of the dark?
to be fair, also the only real thing that darkness comes from this series is Xehanort, so it's kind of all coming from one guy.
Yeah.
Xehanort, you're giving darkness a bad rep here.
Yeah, exactly.
And like Riku is a one example of someone who uses the power of darkness to actually try to do good things.
Yeah.
And so it would be interesting. It would be interesting if
Okay, chat, trust me, I've done all these methods because I looked at the YouTube videos and stuff like that on how to do it. It's just the Master Form method is my preferred method to do this.
Riku is going on a darkness movement.
I mean, hell, the only reason darkness actually became a problem for Riku is because of Xehanort.
Because of Xehanort.
Darkness. Or specifically Ansem, but like, yeah, like, he would have been fine with darkness if he wasn't being manipulated by other people. And he wasn't being obsessive in trying to save Kairi.
I played my part and you play your game. You give darkness a bad name.
I'm trying to see Aqua.
What have we done so far? I lost count.
And then imagining.
Get a quote unquote death count going through here. How many times does it take to do the stupid combo?
I think we are
I'd almost rather be doing those combo adjudicators from DMC 3 and 4.
I think we are well into like 30 at this point.
Yeah.
Listen,
We've been here for a while.
Patrick, listen, by the time Patrick's done, he'll have the sickest combo video on YouTube.
I don't think it's...
I wish Sora had a long enough combo stream to do stuff like that.
Oh, maybe in KH3.
All the combo pluses you could ever want.
Oh. But yeah, Stefan, it would just be interesting for Aqua to look at Riku and then possibly see an image of Terra and just go like, if they actually manage to if they manage to actually keep Terra balanced, then this is what he would have become.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag blame Ericus.
Yeah, blame Ericus.
Yeah, because
fuck you, Mark Hamill.
You're not supposed to be the Yoda in which you just take us to the wrong path.
Thank you for the follow. I really hope I can actually get this damn mushroom. Thank you, mushroom. Oh, first stream here? Hey, welcome.
You're welcome.
Patrick, does that mushroom make you joyous?
No, it does not. It fills me with rage. Rage is awakened. It's not at that point.
Get it memorized.
I have the combo memorized. It's just your AI doesn't want to go with it. You have a revenge value somehow, you son of a bitch.
Does this mushroom fill you with despair?
Pooh, get out of my life.
Never.
You know, no, this mushroom isn't Axel. This mushroom's fucking Pooh, I swear to God.
No,
you thought you could escape? You thought you could escape?
Despair follows you everywhere. We did Rages in Darkness.
Dear God.
Rages in Darkness. I like that.
No, if they had done Will Shatner, it would have been just Star Trek. Mark Hamill makes it so it's Star Trek versus Star Wars.
Yep.
How is that honor?
Nomura explicitly said that he likes both Star Trek and Star Wars and like the idea of having to move against each other in a way.
Except he says Star Trek is the evil one. Oh, I see how it is.
Although it's real, there was always this thing about like Star Wars fans hating Star Trek fans and vice versa, but that's never actually happened. That was the media thing.
Well, no, no. It's more from like our parents' kind of generation is more kind of the thing where it was from. Cause
the biggest thing is, I think biggest thing is most people get the two mixed up. Like you get the people who don't follow either and get the two mixed up, and then the fans get mad about that.
And this reminds me from Crimes Division.
I'm gonna play some more fitting music for this.
Oh, I need to hear this. What?
Is it pizza time?
No. If you know the track name.
If you know the words, you can join in too.
The fuck?
Oh yeah, of course. Easy. We already made the joke, but now Pat's going along with it.
This mushroom will fucking die.
We all thought it'd be lingering will, but no.
This is the real link.
It was mushroom 7.
Patrick,
This is where
drop
Terra's
that.
will went.
Patrick, what I did, I just gotta just drop that.
It's
No,
because I hit the wrong button.
Went trap all along.
It's stronger than you.
Because I'm stronger than you.
God. Rage.
Start playing Spirit for Spirit because your rage has awoken.
Play Agni Kai.
I'm going to meet Axel. I'm just gonna give him a huge
No,
whack.
actually, since this is Axel, would Agni Kai be a bit more appropriate?
I don't even really remember what the track sounds like. It's been so long since I've watched it.
It's mostly of like a string kind of guitar, like solo.
Cause that's Zuko versus Azula, right?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
listen,
forever
the
since I've watched
Urban
that.
Legend has joined. Welcome to the crew, Urban.
What?
Wait, what?
What? That Urban was already.
I thought Urban was already in the.
Oh, I guess he got unsubscribed or something because he just came back into
What?
sub chat. What?
But there are people that aren't subscribed anymore, technically, in there. But what?
Some people aren't, but like, yeah, why would Urban? Like, did he get his renewal? Did he get something?
I guess you are in with 2. I'm gonna have to look at that after. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Let's go.
Welcome back, Urban, which makes no sense.
Alright, everybody. Happy hands for Urban. Back.
Welcome back from the
Anyway,
corner.
if you want to join our Discord chat, please subscribe. As we're subscribed, get Danganronpa 2 Blind Playthrough.
And then I will face true despair.
Get someone to commission someone to do just commission Sophie to draw
It's just our Kukuma emo with a fucking mushroom hat on it.
no
Speaking
I
of commissions, don't forget.
go into the freaking files of the Danganronpa game on Steam or whatever and just replace the bear with Kukuma.
Hey, you know what, Stefan? Speaking of commissions, hey, did you know that Sophie is out doing commissions? Pay her money so she can get a PS4 to play Kingdom Hearts 3.
I mean,
Among other things.
get
Like-
more money
like
than I can buy more
Danganronpa
games
2.
and actually play them.
And also take care of herself.
Listen,
But
priorities.
video games.
Priorities is the Kingdom Hearts 3, so we have to help her get a PS4.
I think being alive to play a game is more important than playing the game.
What? No, let's no. Shut up.
You can play the game while you're in heaven.
And if I can somehow convince my brother to let me play his Xbox when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, then I don't need a PlayStation.
All you gotta do is buy
I've
the
never
game.
moved
What?
out of
No!
so I don't have that option.
I was so close that one. Ah, oh my
I forget
God.
what number do we have to hit. Is it 100?
I think it's 85 you gotta hit.
Oh wow, you got really screwed on that last one.
Okay, let me
That
check.
actual mushroom would have been falling into his doom.
Let me check this requirement.
Yeah, imagine if you can knock him off of the edge of them.
85!
It is 85? Wow.
Well, at least it's not 100.
You know, honestly,
Yeah, that just means he's been one off this entire time.
you know, you joke, but honestly, I think I can do Lingering Will possibly first try, because here's the thing, he doesn't really change much in between critical and proud mode. in all
Most
honesty.
enemies don't have an AI change between difficulties.
But I just mean in that one in particular, if you get hit by him, you're kind of in, you know, yeah, you're kind of at 1 HP anyway, so...
Similar situation with well, most secret bosses after Lingering Will and most of the Final Mix stuff. Like, most of the time if you get hit by some secret boss, you're gonna lose most, if not all, your health, no matter what difficulty you're on.
Hey, Sephiroth,
Sephiroth.
it's the kill.
So I've been reading part 6 of JoJo.
Yeah.
But I read part 7, and now I'm reading part 6. And Jolie's my favorite JoJo. I love Jolie so much. She's great.
Great. She just gets screwed over by the end of the manga. I won't say anything more, but...
Oh yeah, I know. She resets the universe.
She doesn't do shit. Well, I mean, she kind of helps, but yeah. It's just the only unfortunate thing is that a lot of her character development is basically erased.
Yeah,
Like, literal arc nullification because she didn't experience it. Otherwise, yeah, part 6 is pretty great.
Although I will say with some of the middle fights are kind of boring. Specifically when she is put in the high detainment cell with all the other prisoners.
Yeah, the not solitary confinement, but essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of those fights are just kind of there. Especially Dragon Dream, like what even was that?
I don't know.
That stand doesn't even really make sense. It's a stand based around a concept, but not in like most other stands.
Durban, too much. Anyway, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah.
The temps were probably in the high 50s.
It's 9 o'clock now. It feels like a half an hour already.
I don't want to know how long we've been on this one for.
What came in?
Listen, Patrick, we just face the final boss.
I think this is this is
one hell of a wall.
Yeah. The wall came and it came hard.
The mushroom is a wall.
And guys, this is technically our 4th mushroom.
Yeah.
But hey Patrick, at least you have a whole bunch of tranquility shards.
Yeah.
You're not gonna need those for a while, am I right?
Won't need to grind those anymore.
But Stefan, what's something up with part 6? I can then move on to part 8 because I'm gonna watch part 5.
Yeah.
Just gonna watch part 5.
Well, entirely based on the first episode, it's already doing a lot better in the manga and setting up Giorno as a character. Because most people's complaints with Giorno Giovanna has always been that he's kind of flat because we don't really get much of the character. All you really know is that he's a heavily goal-centric person, but that's really all you get. It definitely feels like he's not the main character of his own story. But the first episode has really helped bring him out and kind of just show him as a person before the plot begins.
So you can also kind of make your argument for that for part 4.
Yeah. Well, part 4 is mostly all like character growth, even though it is mostly the growth is for Koichi more than Josuke.
Yeah.
Josuke is mostly just the catalyst.
Picking up Dr. Stones because I heard that's good.
I have heard that's really good, yeah.
Same here. I heard that Dr. Stones really picks up after chapter 14.
Yeah.
If I should wait for an anime adaptation or read it now.
I would just say you're interested in your interest.
As long as Dr. Stone gets a good start to its adaptation, unlike what happened with Black Clover, which had a very rough start.
Not Studio Pedro, I think it's fine.
Pedro or Pierre? Because Pierre is the ones who are doing Black Clover.
Because I think that's the thing. I mean, if it has bones like My Hero Academia does, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah. As long as they have a good schedule around it, because I think Mob Psycho Season 2 is coming soon, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Let's go.
So yeah, let's not overwork them, otherwise the quality won't matter.
Listen, we don't want a repeat of the Dragon Ball Super Spring schedule.
Yeah.
Remember when
they
the
kind
first
of reined it in,
screenshots
but
came
even
out and
then.
everybody was freaking out because it's Crystal all over again.
I don't even really remember what the situation with Sailor Moon Crystal was.
Wait, there was a follow-up with Sailor Moon Crystal?
Animation-wise.
Yeah.
And not to mention that even though they were adapting a manga, they added a few things that upset a lot of
Well, I think it was more. I think it was more that, ironically, with I think Sailor Moon was more of that. Ironically enough, the filler parts were like people's favorite parts of Sailor Moon. So like the fact that they were kind of taking them out disappointed a lot of people. At least from my knowledge, that's what it was
too
like.
much tuxedo mask, even for him sakes.
I never read / watched any of Sailor Moon. That's not true. I watched one episode of Sailor Moon film. Yep, that's Sailor Moon, alright. What's next?
Okay, come on. No. Oh my!
Wow, Pat. I remember seeing like one episode, but not really paying attention as I was waiting for.
Oh, that was bad.
That's
Oh.
unfortunate.
Hang on, let me see. I'm
84 again.
I specifically remember watching an episode of Sailor Moon, like a couple of days before Christmas, multiple years ago, and then with Dragon Ball Z showing up because it was Otherworld Tournament. And I remember, yeah, it was
We're into Sailor
specifically
Moon. I
a
know
lot of
a lot of
go-to
things
fights
about
with
Sailor Moon,
Python.
even though I haven't watched it a lot.
I just don't. Well,
You know a couple of characteristics.
Urban?
85 Urban.
Yeah, Urban 85, and I've been getting 84 multiple times.
in terms of anime, there are 3 shows I want to watch. Well, there was 2, but now I throw one got added to the list. The new one that got added was Go to Kamui. Because I hear really good things about that show. Laid Back Camp, and that's been on my list for a while. And then the third one I think is called The Place Where the Universe Ends. Because I heard really good things about that.
A place further than the universe. That show is awesome. I recommend it wholly.
A Place Further than the Universe, thank you.
I was in the middle of eating, so I was like, I gotta chew this up faster. So
Oh, it's a Marx
on it.
Just really watch it.
But Stefan, I hear really good things about that. I really want to watch it. But you want to know about a movie I wait to come out on DVD so I can finally show it to my mom? A Silent Voice.
Yes.
I imported that from China after it aired in the United States.
So good. So good.
It was at Otakon this year, so I finally got to watch it. Oh my goodness, I nearly cried. It was so good.
I definitely teared up a couple times.
Oh,
I do think though that it definitely feels a bit rushed compared to the manga though. Like that's what most people's complaints is that it feels like it kind of it speeds through a lot of the stuff in the middle. But
I also read the manga as well. It's just
It's
my
for
goodness,
me, I
that
think-
movie's so real.
I think it's ironically. I think the way of how they do the music for me is like one of my favorite bits of just like how they portray someone that's deaf of just making that.
Oh yeah, no, the sounds
It's,
really
it's hard to describe, but it's the way they've done the music that's really, really well done.
I swear every time I see an anime movie, I feel like I'm gonna cry.
That's just the general rule. If it's not a shonen or anything like that, prepare to cry.
Watch was Wolf Children, and that.
Oh.
I need to watch that. I need to watch that.
You see, I didn't cry during Wolf Children. I felt like Wolf Children was one of the more upbeat ones I've seen in a while.
It's just I guess it's just the ending. There was no real resolve between the brother and the sister, so I don't know.
Yeah, I need to watch Wolf Children. I feel like, well, a lot of the movies by that director is now available to stream on Funimation, so I can watch them all now.
And then, I guess since we're on the topic of it, what do you guys feel about Your Name?
Your Name is my favorite animated film of all time.
Really?
I love that film. I have seen that film 20 times. It's so good.
Never seen it.
I mean, I wanted to see it in theaters, but that was back when I didn't have a car, and my mom was very stingy about movies.
I still want to see it.
You broke my heart.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the music down just a little. Gonna turn that down.
I saw you
Break-
brought
Really
up-
need to
If that's breaking your heart, then I feel bad
Let's
for you.
go.
in a mood to watch a movie.
I'm sorry,
It's
but
like- I know your name is everywhere, so I kind of know that
Well,
it's
that's
a really
yourself.
huge thing.
I'm sorry.
The most I know is like what occasional. Fuck, that soda's coming back. The most I know is like what the occasional trailer stuff we watched in one of my film classes the other semester.
The
And also
trailer-
a lot of the fan art that Francis was doing.
The
Specifically,
Like riding the
specifically-
palm of your hand thing.
Well,
Pretty
that
much.
kind of, but he was. I know he did something. I think he did some for the actual characters, and then he did a couple of Fire Emblem Fates cross
Right.
your name stuff.
But Steph,
Mostly using Takumi.
Steph, I highly recommend your name. I can't recommend it enough. Like your name was like the only movie in recent history that I got back to theaters to watch 3 times. Ironically enough, the last movie I did that with was Cars 1.
I think I just happened to watch that a lot.
But yeah, when I saw your
I
name
mean,
in theater for
Cars-
the first time, I was just
Cars
like,
1 and 3 are fine movies as it is. Cars 2, on the other hand.
No, you see, my friend Garrett from Find the Computer Room, he's talking about his son Benji, and right now his son's favorite movie is Cars 3, and he just posts on Twitter, I swear to God, if I have to see the Lightning McQueen crash one more time, I'm gonna crash my car at this point.
Actually, fun fact, apparently my little sister is watching through Sword Art Online and says it's like the best anime, and I'm just cringing in the corner like...
It's like, oh no, you haven't developed.
Girl,
Sword Art Online.
girl,
Let's go.
have a seat.
Hold on. Actually, quick question: how far in is she?
She just finished the first season recently.
Okay, so it's not horrible yet. Let's see how she gets through that Alpine hop.
Oh, I think she's in Alpine so far.
Okay.
No, here's the thing. Sword Art Online and Alpine are both in the same season.
Yeah, they're both in season 1. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I said Alpine art.
Yeah.
Still
Okay,
pretty
so
good,
speaking
though, I
of
guess.
Sword Art Online, I got 2 things. One, Sword Art Online: The Bridge is officially available for everyone.
Yeah.
So go watch it. 2, did you hear how long season 3 of Sword Art Online is going to be?
Oh no. Oh no, how long?
I mean,
One core, you say? No. 2? No. 3? No. 4? Yep.
Wait, for what?
how many
Four
light
cores.
novels
Four cores.
have came out before?
As in like an entire year.
It's like a core in the anime industry equates to 12 to 13 episodes.
So...
And right now, the report is saying that season 3 of Sword Art Online is going to be split into 2 26 episode seasons.
Why did it be 52?
Because it's all containing one story. The longest story arc of Sword Art Online.
Let's go.
Tournament of Power.
It's 9 volumes long.
Something about Kirito getting like trapped or something, so maybe we'll get rid of Gary Stu for a bit.
Just keep,
Oh no, Kirito doesn't get away.
I don't know, I
can we
read something
just
on the
have-
wiki.
Can we just have Kirito fucking die so then the series can actually be something else?
Kirito,
No, you can't die because crap. What's the name of the
Let's go.
what's the name of the other book that the author has done?
Talking to someone.
What's the name of the other book that the author has done? The one with the fat kid.
I don't actually follow any of his actual
The one
works.
about
I just-
actual gaming. Okay.
I follow the people who either make fun of it or write better stuff because of it.
Hang on,
We
I
follow
looked this
Mother's
up.
Basement.
Excel
Yeah.
World?
He has really good.
Jeff Thu and something witty. Those are my only real intakes for Sword Art Online.
The thing is, Sword Art Online, I mean, with the concept of it, I mean, yes, but the problem is just the writer doesn't know anything about online gaming or stuff like that, so it just, the illusion gets broken so fast.
And then there's
Excel
the
World.
characters.
There we go. Yeah, Kirito can't die because the system that exists in Excel World was made by him.
mean, I'm deep enough into this Sword Art Online that I want to see it till the end. So just to see whether he actually gets a concept right.
Listen, I can talk about Sword Art Online for a good bit, but
Okay, since Irvin brought it up, I guess I can give you guys a little bit of the goods for what I'm doing this year. Next year, I am finally tackling Fire Emblem in terms of review and stuff like that. I'm going to be starting with Fire Emblem 7, which is the first one that came out over here. What I'm not looking forward to in a few years is the eventual Fates review, because 3 30-hour RPGs, one video. Oh god.
Let's go.
Gonna die.
This was fun, but yeah, after I finished Revelations, I need a huge Fire Emblem break.
Yeah. Dude, I felt burnt out just even after finishing Birthright. Like, I was just like, I am burnt out of Fire Emblem.
I believe I said it before, I finished Conquest in a week, I finished Birthright in a month, and I finished Revelation in like half a year.
It's kind of my thing as well. Though I started with Conquest before Birthright, so...
Same here.
Yeah.
You can tell by the progression of how much I enjoyed the series. Because how long it took me to beat them.
It has the thing in which they have all the party members so you can play around with and have
But
support
the story
combos.
sucks.
I mean, to be fair, Patrick, who goes to Fire Emblem story?
Apparently a lot of people.
More
Unfortunately.
characters to the story.
I mean, at least it's coherent enough and interesting, and you know, you care for characters when they die.
If you actually let them die and not just reset.
Yeah.
No one's
Well-
actually kept their deaths, though.
Every time a character does a Fire Emblem, I immediately reset. No. Not today, sir.
The closest you would assume would be canon would be Revelations,
Let's
but it's
go.
also one of the weaker stories in it, so...
Of course, the one that has the worst story is the one that's considered canon.
Weakest story, weakest map design, weakest characterization. It's just the overall worst, but it's mostly relevant.
Again, I think Fate's biggest
How
problem
can you make
is...
going the third route boring?
By making half the people you get useless because they're underleveled for when you get them. Yeah.
I
And
don't
reusing
think that.
old maps that you
I mean,
don't care.
if we go by the Outrun logic, then all of them are canon.
I do like the idea that I do like. Well, like the one. Well, I like the concept behind Fire Emblem Fates.
I remember I was
Just
so hyped for it.
Yeah, it was really interesting.
Well, I mean, especially it was the game to come after Awakening, so I was hella hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Awakening resurrected the franchise.
It saved the franchise.
They put everything into it because they thought it would be the last, and then they discovered what marketing it, and everything went pretty well.
To discover what marketing is.
Most any game before Awakening had like one trailer at best, and some of them had awful trailer. Patrick saw Fire Emblem 7's trailer.
Oh yeah, like what does this have to do with anything about Fire Emblem?
You get two.
I
you
never
get
seen any of the trailers.
Look it up. Look up the
Fire
original Fire Emblem
7
commercial.
US trailer.
Alright, hang on.
I need to do my research on this. But
You
yeah,
you get the equivalent of 2 screenshots, and that's about it.
7 trailer. Since we're still stuck on this poop.
Yeah.
Ah!
Who was faced with the stupid mushroom?
I feel like the stream is gonna end on this guy at this point.
Yeah.
Is it the E3
Yeah.
trailer?
Fire Emblem 7
E-
commercial.
So it's
Let's go.
Hollywood, you look very realistic. You look really dirty.
Alright.
Yeah. So what happened to Dorcas?
Yes!
Good job, Pat.
Finally
94!
defeated.
Fuck you, Mushroom.
There you go.
Fuck you.
I put the commercial in the chat for everyone else to see.
Yeah, everyone enjoy.
Finally.
Enjoy about 30 seconds of nothing.
Okay, so...
See, we just had to talk about bad Fire Emblem trailers. You're solid.
Okay, so I think the only one in Radiant Guardian besides the last one was the Demix one, which we already did.
Yes, because I can't think of any others.
Okay, okay, the one in here. This one's Wisdom Form for this.
Yeah, the one where you have to play Keep Away.
Yeah.
Thinking about Revelations of Fates, maybe it would have been more interesting if they focused on the fact that you're pretty much a small army, and so until the gameplay changes to be a little more stealthy and more cautious until
I think
you
for
really
me,
build
one of
that
the
army.
biggest issues is that they made it basically 3 separate, 3 full-size games, so you just get tired out by the time you're done with one of them.
And heck, each individual one doesn't feel too much like a different, like,
And
in terms of like looking at plots,
I
like
think
you're always fighting Garen, like that's never changing.
And I think also that your decision on which path you pick besides Special Edition is chosen when you buy the game. So that entire prologue really doesn't mean anything at that point because you've already made your decision at that point.
Didn't we all, Ruben?
Okay, so Jojo, for your question, I don't think Marvel is going to end up in Kingdom Hearts 3 at all. But just
I'm just talking about Kingdom Hearts in general.
Well,
because we're looking at Disney properties, which I
still don't think. I still say no. But if they ever one day decide they do, I think they will probably go honestly with the films.
Yeah.
Probably. Disney will probably always push for the MCU over anything else.
Yeah.
Depending on how relevant they still are at
Well,
the time.
especially because let's face it, comics in general have just been going so downhill in recent years.
I mean, hell, I'm more excited for the Into the Spider-Verse movie from Sony than that.
Yes.
Yes.
I own like 4 or 5 of the main the main issues for the Spider-Verse series.
Oh,
and
but like
would rather see the movie.
The Spider-Verse one is like doing things so different from that comic and
Oh
for
yeah,
the better.
the comic is just, hey, we have all the Spider-Men are dying, we gotta stop that. This one's just like, yeah, no, we're just having a bunch of Spider-Man together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Way more fun and comic booky, and I like it.
Well, okay, so if the MCU ever did make it, if Marvel ever did make it to Kingdom Hearts, I think they would just do a mixture of both the comics, comics and the movies. Also, they'll just take whatever they want and use that in the game.
100.
I'd more likely and probably rather see them to just do kind of like what with the Spider-Man PS4 was, which was like take a lot of concepts and ideas and then kind of mix it as they do.
Have you guys played that yet?
Maybe
I don't have a PlayStation 4.
They should do what they did with the Final Fantasy characters, in which not put them exactly in the world, but have them like in their own different continuity thing.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Like Kingdom Heartsify them.
Yeah. Again, give them their own plot and story rather than having to retell another one.
Also, Brody, I never see the Canadian commercial for the Game Boy Micro. Anybody remember the Game Boy Micro?
No, I do, and I think I know. That's the one with the rat humping it, isn't it?
I remember the micro existing, but I certainly never got it.
Brody, I love the IDW Sonic comics. They are great.
Well, no, like those comics are great, but if we're talking about like the major ones of Marvel and DC, like, it's been pretty bad.
I haven't kept up with anything that the comics are doing for Marvel and DC.
It's one of those. The big problem is just none of their storylines matter anymore because they just disregard it so quickly after it's introduced, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
when the spin-offs and adaptations are better than the comics.
Yeah, and they.
I started keeping up with Marvel after Secret Wars, where they just smashed all the Marvel universe into one big thing. Which, to be fair, some of the side comics that was a side comic that they did for Secret Wars, I actually think were interesting. Were interesting ideas.
Okay.
But after
Well-
Secret Wars, I kind of just stopped keeping up.
I think the only other Marvel comics that I read was the Spider-Man Renew Your Vow comics because that was pure beautiful. Mary Jane and Peter.
And
shipping.
next one.
Which ones did I actually read? I've read.
I think wasn't Renew Your Vows of the Secret Wars as well?
I couldn't tell you. What have I read? I read the last of the original X-Men versus Apocalypse. I read one of the many reboots to Iron Man. I read Iron Man versus Iron Man. I read most of the Spider-Verse series. And I think that's it. And I think like the first issue of the Infinity Gauntlet series.
See, this mushroom is inheriting the struggle ball method.
Yeah.
Yeah, Renew Your Vows was part of Secret Wars. The last Marvel comic book that I read that I really liked was Matt Fraction's Run on Hawkeye. And I still, every now and then, I still go back and read that.
Yeah, I think pretty much the big problem comics were having for a long time was trying to make headlines and make big things with characters that didn't need them, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It felt like we're doing it kind of just for the sake of doing it and doesn't enhance the story in any kind of way. I think was kind of their big problem.
I just hopped onto Twitter, and the first thing I see is someone who made Bowsette in a wrestling game. Those creative characters are really impressive.
Oh yeah,
It's a random thing, but I don't think Team Sonic Racing has a release date yet, and it's near the end of 2018.
No, it doesn't. The release date is just 2019.
This mushroom can either be really easy or really annoying.
Yeah. I close a window because I hear a lot of people hammering outside.
Crown makes everyone a waifu canon. Or a waifu.
You're a waifu. Everyone gets a waifu.
Everyone's a waifu. I'm a waifu as well. Oh, I'm
You
a
could be
waifu.
a-
So much mine. Yay! I still feel sorry for.
You can be a waifu too.
Be a waifu as well.
Patrick, can you be my waifu?
If you sub to me.
I am sub to you.
If you super sub for the $25 one.
No,
I'm talking about the real subs.
no, go away.
No, you.
No, you. This is my stream now. Go
Mush
away.
just like having one fist in his sky like he's about to do he's about to stuck a move.
I still love Spooktober around at the Bowser. He can't defeat me, Bugger. I know, but he can't. Trump is skeleton. Doo. I still like Bowser.
Oh my god. Yes.
I kind of just like how a lot of people just assume that everyone likes it just because they are horny or whatever. That's like what Francis keeps saying. He's like, I guess people really like Bowsette because they're just really horny. It's like, it's a pretty nice design, dude.
The base design is actually pretty damn good.
Both is true.
Like hell, even the original comic was just kind of innocent.
Yeah.
And then the internet happened through tits, ass, and
But when do we not?
into everything.
When do we not?
Actually, speaking of the internet, the original guy that did the I Will Survive Zootopia comic is making a sequel to that.
Oh, is that the one about the abortion? Like.
Yes.
Oh no. I love the memes that came out of it though.
I think my first one I saw was a meme, and I was very confused as to what people were going on about.
Same here.
I think the first one I saw was like wanting to go to Arby's or something like that.
Yes, the best one.
I thought that was the original, so I was just like, oh, this is a weird thing to make. And then I found out, oh no, that was a meme. Oh.
I thought it was innocent.
No.
Well, I mean, the guy is aware about the whole the whole thing, so he's treading carefully for this one. So
You'd have to. I consistently like Bongo Cat just when it starts to get the themes that I know.
No, I think I love
version with
I love
the chickens.
I love Bongo memes like Bongo Cat where people can get super creative with it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of meme I love. I think though
it's the one with the rubber chickens.
The best one I've seen for Bongo Cat is probably either the Some Call Me Johnny one or the Cowboy Bebop opening are like the two best ones I've seen.
Like I like the Mega Man ones I've seen, but those are pretty simple. I've
used the Pukuma emoji because that's not a good Pukuma.
Viagra, and then
I really like the running through the 90s one I saw.
Watching a lot of Persona 4 footage, and
I
really
think Luigi
like
ruined that song for me because I just keep thinking of his old speed up jokes.
Okay, next one. This one.
So Dragon Prince has been renewed for a second season. Anybody?
I saw that.
I haven't seen it
Need to
yet.
watch it.
I
still haven't seen it yet.
Such a
I
long
can't.
catalog of crap I need to watch on
I can
Crunchyroll.
now that I've actually finished BoJack for this season, so I can finally go and watch it.
Get into these things before they get too long.
Yeah.
63 days left until Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Woo!
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
how long
probably-
how long I have to wait before I'll have to get a Nintendo subscription for Switch.
Yep.
Hopefully though, because it comes out around like a week before the finals for university, and then I have to figure out Christmas shopping and whatnot.
Oh my gosh, I have to just guzzle down ethers for this one. What I hate about this one is how much ethers just get guzzled.
Too many mushrooms, too many mushrooms.
Okay, I need to actually go and get
The
some
fungus.
more ethers.
Fungus. Which one's this? Is this Vexen's?
I think this. No, I forget if this one's Vexen or I think the one in Pirates of the Caribbean is supposed to be Vexen.
Oh, Pirates. I thought the one in Pirates was either Larxene's or Luxord's.
No, I think Larxene's is the one in Twilight Town.
Yeah, so I think it's Luxord and Pirates.
Right.
Just a moment.
There. Okay.
Four absolute units of the apocalypse: a sheep, a raccoon, a tiger, and a fat seal. Be kid, I read that a lot. I haven't caught up with the books.
So who's going to see Venom?
Not me.
About the quote-unquote scene, and I feel very uncomfortable.
Come on, guys, it's Venom. Come on.
Toxic.
All right, then how about this? Venom or Suicide Squad?
Probably Suicide Squad, honestly.
What has won best makeup? I mean, I would say at least the first 3 Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies are actually kind of nice, even kind of nice adaptations. It's the road trip one that falls flat.
I didn't like really any of them, and I used to be a big Diary of a Wimpy Kid fan.
I mean, for adaptations, it's fine. It's just the thing is, you're trying to adapt the main character from being less of a jerk than he normally is. I'm doing like the shimmy.
Come on. Okay. That was enough. Good.
Passed.
Alright, so on to Pirates now. Oh no, wait, to Timeless River. Which means we have a certain cutscene that plays.
Oh, we go back to the past. Samurai Jack.
Not yet. Well, I guess kind of. So yeah, this giant portal came out of nowhere.
Or kinda... Yeah, there's... Shenanigans. I don't know.
Yeah, we're not gonna check it out yet. That's for later. That's for much later. Alright, and now Fatal Crest. I need your help once again. Okay, Wisdom! No.
Oh, Patrick, you don't have wisdom.
Yes, I do. Huh?
No, you don't.
Ah, yes. In Timeless River, you just change slightly colors. Because we can't break the immersion.
Oh, I have to... yeah, I forgot. I need... It's not Fatal Crest, it's, any Keyblade with really good magic on it. Fortunately, I feel like... 2 become 1, I guess. No. No, wait, because I need to turn... Wisdom, I guess Sweet Memories at this point. I forget, do Wisdom shots count as strength or magic? Probably should go for even.
I forget.
IDW, I think my love really came in when IDW 7 came out. Though I did love IDW 2 for the Sonami interactions.
Wait, what's your guys' favorite issue of IDW Sonic?
And Jason had a loud burp.
Oh no, wait, I know. The issue that... You know what? I'll just say the issue number because it's a spoiler. But so you read them all, up to this point.
I'm up to date with them.
Yeah, and my favorite is also issue 7. Because I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting that twist.
Nobody was.
I just saw that you go, oh, here we go, please.
Ian Flynn writing I know so well.
Come on.
Ian Flynn's the main reason I became a fan of the comic books. Because I discovered this, I really got into the comic books with Ian Flynn hopped on around, I discovered around issue 200,
Yes!
and then I went back, and read, and then I just went back and caught up with everything. Then when Ian Flynn took over, oh my goodness, the jump in quality.
Yes.
Ian Flynn, Tracy Yardley, and everybody that came afterwards.
Okay.
Exactly.
At least we're getting pretty close to the end of them. We pretty much just got 3 more to go at this point.
I'm so glad that they're all still there for IDW. So
Okay.
I'm for sure getting.
Now Luxord. This one's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Eric and B, you are a pirate.
Hey. Alright, now where are my combo pluses? Put those on. Alright. Yeah, Jack. I need you to take me to the mushroom.
yeah.
Sonic Mushroom area. He appears to be quite the. Think of a good pun. Dang it.
I'm not a fan of this mushroom.
Okay, this is the one that can give me the real big trouble. Because,
I mean, Patrick, you already good Patrick. Come on, you already had trouble. What trouble could you possibly go through?
through a memorization game where I got a pause
Seven?
buffer.
7
It can
is an
possibly
issue
go
of like
wrong.
attempts are quick,
Ow.
but it's annoying because they stop a lot. This one is slow because of this,
Yeah.
especially because you need to get long ass combos for this thing. And if you want to use something like Final Form, you have to be careful you don't accidentally hit the wrong one.
Effed it up.
Yep. Also, you cannot
Oh,
mess
no.
up on this one, otherwise you don't get enough time.
Oh boy, to Urban. We'll see when we get to that. Oh.
Evil laughter.
Well, make me a pretty girl. Make me a pretty waifu.
By a pretty girl.
I'll probably have to go through with your Toon Link avatar anyway, so.
Well, you can
So I
definitely-
just become. So is it just a Toon Zelda version of me?
Well, it would either be a Toon Zelda or if she works off of your profile in the Discord.
Shit. I could send you a full like picture of me or the other commission I had done for like human me. I'm thinking of rebranding it soon to just be human me at this point. I know.
Aw.
Well, I know people do like the Toon Link, but at the same time, I kind of want to start presenting myself a little bit more seriously.
You can
Well,
like
I-
keep the outfit, but have it be you.
Yeah. Oh.
In peace, Toon Link.
Hell, I still work with Beckman Designs when I'm trying to think of what
this one.
avatar I would have.
I'm really bad when it comes to these kind of games, so this is a mushroom I always struggle with.
Mhm.
Mainly just because he gets behind the other ones, and then that becomes a big problem.
At least the Heartless in the first game was like this. You didn't have to also beat it on a timer.
And that. Okay, I gotta stop using Final Form because you can potentially lock onto the wrong mushroom.
Also, its wings are very wide, so it's pretty easy to accidentally hit the wrong one.
You're saying the best form is not the best.
Actually, you know what?
Ultimate doesn't mean best.
Actually, you know what?
Just
I'm gonna
means it's really
put
good.
I'm gonna put Hero's Crest on for this. That might help.
Yeah. Boost your.
Patrick needs to be a hero for that.
I just beat both Sephiroth and Xemnas, and I'm not a hero after that point.
Nope.
Alright, I gotta beat
Maybe
Ligori well
Patrick.
first.
I mean, Patrick, are you keeping that?
I might as well be, goddamn.
They are a hero as far as Olympus Coliseum's concerned.
Patrick, I don't think you're keeping best.
Gotta
Okay.
go through one more
Goodbye.
game of loops.
Actually,
Come back to me when you're
let me
complete
put,
master.
let me get
So I'll
my
make
air,
this the new wall. It's
let me
lit
get my
enough as
air
it is.
combo pluses off.
Yeah, I think finishers do more.
Yeah, so just get right to the finisher of the combo.
Urban, why does it have to be a ship commission?
Can't I just be a pretty girl by myself who don't need no man?
No.
Oh god.
Also, the joke of Rick is kind of unfortunate because if Pat let him die, why would he care? If he truly cared, he would have kept him safe like he did so hard for...
I need to check something real quick. Just before I make this joke.
Fact checking your joke.
Fact check
man.
my jokes.
Oh,
And a lot of people
Welcome to
wish
Dark
people
Service.
would do that, but it's hard to do when you're in the. Is it really revenge though, Irvin? I mean, you can take solace in whatever you can, but. I mean, it wasn't so much the ship with Frederick. You guys were just always chilling out there. I certainly encourage getting Mega Man 11, but then again, I'm biased.
Yeah, I'm picking up the anniversary
I heard that
bundle.
Mega Man 11 is really hard.
Is it that
yeah,
every?
It's definitely reminiscent of early Mega Man games, and that it's going to take a couple of run throughs to pick things up.
Reaching up to the 2-year anniversary in which Rickon fucking dies.
And a lot of us found our place with this group.
Yep. All right, got it.
It took a little mage boy to die for us to be amazing.
I think I was just being a salty Sally in the chat because I was annoyed by some of the things that Awakening did. You're the one who actually put in the legwork for fan art.
Yeah.
Most
Okay.
of my inclusion here was with the Ace Attorney through.
Yeah.
Sent in one of my old Fire Emblem Awakening with Sumia with the. So yes, I bitch at you with the name of freedom. You cocksucking hypocrite punk ass bitch.
I still
Yeah,
have
that was still pretty funny.
I still have that on my hard drive.
And I'm just here.
Okay.
You just popped up in the middle of a Hat in Time playthrough.
Yeah, for the high school reunion.
I vividly remember I was in the middle of the long
Yeah,
haul
yeah.
of Breath of the Wild of just collecting all items to level up on that time.
Yeah, guys, let's put it like this. Look how many drive recoveries I have now.
Yeah, they very much expected you to be using dry form these.
Now for this one, you can cheese using Final Fire.
Mm-hmm. Look at this big boy.
And done.
Yep.
One more left, and probably one of the easier ones, honestly.
Ooh, soon,
Let's see this
the
you
Mushroom Wars will be
The
over.
Great Mushroom Wars. That sounds like a nuclear bomb kind of thing.
It sounds like some Adventure Time stuff.
Great Mushroom Wars.
Oh man, this Zigbar one's rough.
This one I find pretty easy, honestly.
I was always bad at it.
Okay.
I think I always started when I wasn't really warmed up, so my reflect timing and my blocking was awful. Don't touch anything but the lamp. You mean take everything but the lamp? Got it.
Got it. Got you, fam.
I got you by not actually getting you.
These recipe things.
Still need to get my ultimate weapon. I would love it. Just get this one right now. This right here. Or Calcum. And the last one. Come on, little mushroom. Or capsule thing.
Bulky.
Wait, so it's really
Or bulky
it was a
thing.
real thing. Wow.
What was the real thing? Great Mushroom
It
War?
was an
Yeah.
Adventure Time.
Yeah. I knew I remembered that, right?
And then Reflector.
Everybody has their own time. Nothing to be ashamed of.
I forget, are those actually just Zigbar's bullets?
No,
Or are they
they're
different
a little
kinds?
bit more like misty.
Okay.
Not so much
It's hard
solid.
to tell because you're really close up to it.
Stitch. I Stitch.
Yeah, Stitch would be a good idea for getting that. You make sure you keep up with your MP.
Actually, speaking of Stitch, they're making Lilo and Stitch into live action.
Because they're remaking
no
every.
apparent reason.
Why do they have to keep doing this with everything? 'Cause
Because-
apparently they also want to make a live action. Come on, the game just came out.
Wait, a live action what?
Mega Man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why do people assume that
But really,
everything
if I
has
can
to be
see
live
Mega
action?
Man working in live action.
I can see it working, but I don't see them doing it well. My confidence is not high based off of previous
Alright,
results.
and that is every mushroom done. Now to go and collect our reward.
I mean, Stefan, I'm gonna have to experience.
following the Sonic movie shoots, and we have yet to see a single image of Sonic.
Sophie, don't remind me. I am required to see that movie.
No,
It's
you
like
see,
how I'm gonna be required to watch this Mega Man.
you see,
movie.
I think my favorite thing from the Sonic thing was just like, you know, that the whole meme of like manga, anime adaptation, Netflix adaptation. It's just I think shows like promotional art for the first one, and then anime adaptation is I think is like Adventure 1 art, and then Netflix adaptation is the fan film. Is that not true though?
I remember someone did that with Bakugo from My Hero Academia, where you get a picture from the manga, you get a screenshot from the anime, and then the live action one is just Gordon Ramsay.
I can see it.
Ah, Deku! Anyway, time for the easiest mushroom.
Yep. Come up here.
By
What are you
the way,
talking
The
about? This
mushroom
is
was
clearly
inside
the
you all
hardest.
along.
by the way, Patrick, you're not gliding, you're flying at this point. Look at you.
I'm falling with
Following
style.
Don't you remember? You gotta believe. Slap.
So yeah, this one right here is number 13. Supposed to be Roxas, so talk to him.
The hardest one, clearly.
And your reward, winner's proof. It's actually a pretty good Keyblade stat-wise. The unfortunate problem, its ability is no experience, which is worse than just not having an ability, because the problem is
Heartless
you don't
attached together for a Keyblade.
you don't get any
They all come together to help you out.
Yeah, you don't get any benefit by using this Keyblade, like no secondary effect, which kind of makes or breaks a Keyblade. So that's
It's
kind
the
of
epitome of the end game weapon.
yeah.
You have nothing more to do, so here's this.
And then Proof of Peace, which gives Sora a little bronze crown on his head. Look at that. And
Hey,
then
we
they
came
fly
from
into
the
the silent beyond.
Unfortunately, the bronze crown matches his hair color a little too well.
Yeah.
We have glided into heaven.
Bye. We'll see you in Kingdom Hearts 3, maybe.
Bye.
I at least want
Hey,
a.
respect. Press A to pray. And press
And-
triangle to look up.
I want at least one mushroom enemy type in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
That's all I ask for.
Alright, anyway, I can go.
The
then.
Norded mushrooms.
So yeah, this is Winner's Proof. 5 strength, 7 magic, which actually, again, stat-wise, it ain't bad, but the fact that its ability really sucks, not just for the no experience thing, but the fact you don't get another ability like MP Haste or ground combo
This
boost or
Keyblade
stuff
would
like
fit
that.
in this Keyblade would fit in way better in either Kingdom Hearts 1 or some of the side games where
Yeah.
they are more or less just occasional like critical hits or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But not in broomsticks.
Oh,
I
where,
have not seen that Brony Reiko.
you get the 9th drive gauge by beating Terra, is where you get that from.
I used to be actually really good at replicating Nimroy talking as Xehanort, but I can't do it off of my head.
Sword! I swore!
I was actually really good at it when I was in the shower, just waiting.
Isn't that always with any kind of voice thing? You sound so much better in the shower than when you
Shower, in the car, when you're by
In my
yourself
head.
and then nowhere great. Yeah.
No,
What
Oh,
part
you
gets you
sound
better in
so
your
good
head?
by yourself, but when you actually put that recording device and listen to you on
Exactly.
Audacity,
Oh
you
god,
realize-
what is this?
I mean, hell, my normal voice I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, Urban, unfortunately we can't get Ultimate Weapon yet because
Stefan,
they
what are you
now
talking
made
about?
it...
You have a great ASMR voice.
Mm.
Happy voice. I can do a dark voice.
That was fun.
British voice.
I am the least musical person here, with the least amount of acting
Alright.
experience.
Anyway, for the YouTube side of things, it's gonna be done for tonight. We will see you tomorrow for the Cave of Remembrance. and Organization 13 data battles.
That's
gonna
gonna be
die.
quite a ride.
Ugh, see you then.